What up, YouTube? Big CO heavy bag. Man, if you don't get your big goof ass in here and hit that bag. Only one way to support the channel, man. Cash App Venmo at Checkmate-Brooks or $ heavy bags 1. That's with a Z. Shout out to the supporters, man. Shout out to everybody who rocks with the channel heavy. You already know I appreciate that. Love. A lot to talk about. I know I've been absent off the live scene outside of my guy, GMT Sports. Definitely want to shout my guy out, man. Hopefully he'll be joining me here soon. And my man Punch Drunk. We shall see. But man.
What up, brother?
Oh, shit. Here we go. Punch Drunk 1412 in the building. What up, Timmy? God, it feels like it's been a long time, man.
It has, man. How you been, bro?
I've been good, my brother. I've been good.
Yeah, life is crazy.
I ain't gonna complain. There's a lot of shit to complain about, but I ain't gonna do too much complaining, man. How you been, my brother?
I'm good, bro. I'm excited to talk boxing, man. It's been a while, man.
It's been a while, right? And oh man, do we got a lot to cover. Hopefully we'll be joined soon here by GMT Sports as well.
All right.
Real quick, big shout out to my guy G Wavy. G Wavy with the largest donation to the channel to date after 2.5 years. G Wavy coming through with the 250 for your boy, man, and I truly appreciate that. Again, G Wavy, I was able to get that Roadcaster, man. I appreciate you, brother. One time for G Wavy, man. Thank you so much. Again, man, a lot to go over. AB's got a fight coming up. I guess we can start there. Timmy's the best. Punch Drunk. Shout out my guy AB, and I tell the story all of the time on my channel how I was able to bump into AB for my birthday down in Miami, man. And he made it kind of special for me, man. He really showed love to me and my wife. And you know, shit, he made a support out of me. But he's got a fight coming up, and it's against Blair Cobb. And Punch Drunk, I gotta be honest, I'm a little nervous for AB. Blair Cobb, you wouldn't call him an A-list type fighter or A-level type fighter, but he is somebody that'll give you some trouble. He is somebody that if you ain't on your A game, he just might whoop your ass and embarrass you. You got a prediction?
Yeah, this one is a hard one, bro, because like you said, man, Brother Cobb got a real tricky style. And if you don't take him serious, if you feed into all the shit talking, man, he could catch you. Like, but I don't know, man. I'm gonna go with AB in this one, man. AB look good, bro. I ain't seen AB this dedicated in years. You know what I mean? I like that he got, Coach Calvin with him. Coach Calvin looked like he got him on point. You know what I mean? Looked like tanking him, got him ready to, got him off all this bullshit, got him off the alcohol. Looked like he ready to box, man. So I won't be surprised if AB show up and show out. But again, like you said, Blair Cobb is not like he's not a tomato can. He's not somebody you just walk over. Like, yeah, he's destined to be a champion in one of these divisions. So yeah, this is going to be an interesting fight, but I'm leaning more towards AB than Blair Cobb. I think AB got Blair Cobb a little intimidated. I ain't seen Blair Cobb like quiet like this in a while, so I'm paying close.
Well, AB started talking about shooting niggas.
AB always been on that game.
AB started talking about shooting niggas.
Like he's on that real. I don't think Blair Cobb is used to that. Like, you know what I mean? Like I think like you know, the bully is running into a real bully.
Yeah. AB started talking about shooting niggas in the press conference, so
because I heard
that's gonna silence.
Them cats, man. Them Ohio boys, man. You know.
Yeah. GMT Sports Boxing in the building, my guy. What up, Slick 50?
What's good?
Appreciate
man?
You joining the conversation, man. We talking AB Blair Cobbs. We ain't seen AB in forever. It's been about a year since he fought the cab driver Bill Hutchinson, and that was the best to me that he's looked in years. Yeah, I should say. Yeah, he actually got to a point where he was trying to walk Bill Hutchinson down at the end of that fight. Gotta ask you, GMT, Blair Cobbs, AB Blair Cobbs, what you make of this fight?
All I gotta say is, hey, when you buy a ticket to this shit, it should come with a free bottle of Thunderbird. This is Battle of the Drunks. Either way, I'm looking at this for pure comedy. But I'm gonna say it for real, man. AB got better win this motherfucker.
That's it.
If he don't win this, it's over. It's over. We know what Blair Cobbs is. Blair Cobbs has brought WWE to boxing. All right. Honey, did you see him
Fact.
do the when I used to watch the Crow? What's my dude name? He used to come out looking like the Crow. Oh
Sting,
my God.
Sting.
Did you see him get on the scale and do it, bruh? This
Man. You
This
talking
dude-
about something super corny, bruh.
bro.
The
I'm
puppet
trying to
was
tell you, from
masterpiece,
Ric
bro.
Flair to everything, bro. But I'm telling you, AB better mop the flow with this cat.
And that's what I'm afraid for AB, man, because if you don't look good against somebody like a Blair Cobbs, who is the most corny. I mean, you in boxing still in wrestling lines, bro.
Right.
There's no
right.
originality at all.
Oh,
You know,
Right.
And you just come off as a straight sucker, bruh. Like, you can't drop the ball versus Blair Cobb, or everything goes out of the window if you AB. And I agree with you, Slick. You have to win this fight if you AB.
facts.
Yeah,
Got
he got
to.
to win this fight. He has to win this fight because, if, like you said, if we don't, man, it's over. It's over because like that little bit of popularity that AB still got left. If you lose to Blair Cobb, that's out the window.
Yeah,
Out the
but-
window all day.
And let me ask you this, Slick.
Mhm.
You got to give Blair Cobb, though, some credit because we seen him versus Maurice Hooker. You know, you seen him look good in some of those spots in his only defeat versus Alexa Rocha. So you can see that Blair Cobb possessed a certain skill set. You can't just straight call him a bum, right?
Right. Nah. It just
Are you giving him a chance versus AB? Let me ask you that.
Hell yeah, I'm giving him a chance. I called it Battle of the Drunks for a reason, bro. Man, look, both of these guys, we either one get tapped on the chin, we know how it's gonna look when they fall. It's shit gonna be funny, bro. I just hope that the actual fight don't look like two drunks fighting each other. I hope we see some serious shit. But Blair Cobbs definitely got a chance, bro. Blair Cobbs ain't never wavered. Blair Cobbs ain't the stooge to come in there and just run. He gonna fight.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah,
gonna
he-
fight, bro.
He gonna fight.
And he got a little bit of pop. Ain't like he pillow fist.
And he got a little bit of footwork.
Right. So
Yeah,
Listen,
very
I'm gonna keep it a
underrated.
buck.
Underrated footwork.
Yeah, man, the performance he was able to put on Maurice Hooker and a couple of other performances I seen from Blair, I thought dude did a great job. I thought a lot of that stuff came natural. I think it's some fundamentals he's got to work on, but solid fighter. He's 18-1 for a reason, 10 knockouts. And being corny or whatever else we want to call him, the dude can throw. So yeah, man, I'm a little nervous for AB, but I do believe that experience. I do believe being a 4-time world champion and everything that comes along with that should get him over the hump. Now, I'm not so sure he does it in tremendous fashion. You know what I'm saying? I think this could potentially be a real scrap, man. I think this is gonna be entertaining, bro. I'm gonna say that. I think it's gonna be an entertaining fight for sure.
yeah, if anything, I'm already knowing Blair definitely gonna make it entertaining, bro. He get hit and get wobbled. He still gonna get back up and fight regardless. So
Yeah.
it's definitely, it ain't like he can get hit and just sleep. You know what I'm saying? I don't see AB sleeping him like that. I see if AB get a shot, he maybe can make buckle him or take him down, but he gonna get right back up and come right back at it. I want to know how good AB gas tank finna be though.
And you know what? He's never really. This is an older AB. Again, he's been out the ring another year. He fought Pacquiao in like what, 19? He fought Pacquiao in 19, and I think he's had this is his third fight since, I believe. I think he fought Giovanni Santiago and then Bill Hutchinson and now Blair Cobbs, man. So 3
And I
fights
can't
the
remember who
last
that was.
5 years.
That PBC fight, that shit was gifted. He didn't win. I don't think he won it.
The Santiago, oh hell no, Giovanni Santiago. Everybody believes he won that fight. You know what I mean? So, and now 34 years old, the gas tank is most definitely a question mark. I don't think it's a question mark on Blair. I think Blair is going to be there. I think more than anything though, if there was ever a fight where AB gotta let his hands go, this is it. Because this is that fight that's got you backed in the corner and gonna tell the rest of your career. This is the make or break fight for AB, in my opinion. You know what I mean? This is the fight that say, all right, AB, you still got some life left. You know, let's see you versus whoever at 47 or 40. I don't think he can ever make 40 again because he looked weight drained trying to make 47, in my opinion. Didn't he look a little weight drained to you?
Yeah, 100%.
He looked a little sunken in, and he came in at 146 even, and it looked like it took everything
Right.
to get to that 146. So I'm not so sure he'd ever make 140 again. And if he is to, campaign at 47, not sure who they would try and throw in there next with him. But you got to make a statement versus Black Cops. And like I say, have to be the fight where he lets his hands go at some point. You agree with that?
Yeah, because we seen it since Donna. That's all people want to see from hey, let your hands go. Where did it go? Where did it go? Where did the flow go to speak? You know what I'm saying? That's all anybody wants. Really, AB, not nobody. You just see that the old AB where the cockiness outside the ring.
Hold on, Slick. I think you're having some connection problems. Your shit moving slow.
It's moving slow?
Yeah.
Damn. I wonder this because I'm streaming on this end. Hold on. Am I lagging?
Yeah, you was lagging. Oh, you good now. You straight
now.
Okay.
But no, so like I want to know where that, like I say, where that flair went. I want to see that cockiness that was outside the ring equate back into the ring. You know what I'm saying? That's all people want to see, man. That's it.
Absolutely. And again, man, I think if there were ever a fight that he had to let his hands go, because again, in my opinion, he fighting for his life on this one. You can't let Black Cobb come in there and look good against you, beat you, none of that shit. You fighting for your life. If you want to continue to get these fights and make some money, you know what I mean? Fighting these lower class fighters like a Black Cobb, a Bill Hutchison, and God knows whoever else Don King willing to put in the ring and give you a decent bag for. Because I don't care what nobody says. AB, Don gonna at least give him $1 million a fight.
Right.
You know what I mean? I don't know what the numbers is, but I think AB's at least gonna get $1 million. And you can do that. Give me $2 million a year to fight a couple of lower class bums.
Yeah.
But if you want to continue to do that, you got to beat them. So
you got to show up and show out, man.
Yeah, no doubt.
So we all talking about Don King, man. He gonna charge you for the toilet paper now. You go have to
$100 a roll.
His money at all. Don wants all his bread back.
I promise you. So you gotta show up and show out. Help get these tickets sold because he strike that little deal with Triller. So Don really trying to build something. You see what I'm saying?
I like AB, man. I'm gonna support this fight.
Yeah,
yeah. I'm definitely gonna support for sure.
$39.99 ain't bad, bro.
Nah, hell nah, not for an AB fight, man.
It's a fun fight, bro.
Bullshit ass Wilder fight. I was pissed watching that.
Man, told you.
I bucked on it. I ain't gonna find out.
Match.
Five Stick Boys was out. Yeah. Salute DJ in the chat. What up, DJ? But yeah, man, if it's ever a fight he's got to let his hands go, it's got to be this one, boy.
Facts.
I like AB. I can't see AB knocking nobody out. I can't see Blair Cobb stopping. If Maidana couldn't stop AB, you definitely not gonna stop him. Even though that was a AB 10 years ago, I still think he has that type of chin. and type of gas tank. You know, I'm gonna roll the dice on that. But I do see AB getting his hand raised when they read those scorecards. Let me get a final prediction from both of you guys for the AB and Black Cobb fight.
Ooh-wee. It go distance. I'm taking AB.
Yeah, Broner bad decision.
Broner by decision. Yeah, I like that as well.
But that ain't bad though. As long as he whoop his ass for all 12 rounds. Like I say, people not looking for Broner to knock nobody out. People just looking for that showmanship that he used to have. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's all. Now, if he can get that off, I think it'll be great.
Yeah, I do too. And I hope we see some flashes of the old AB, man. That would be dope. You know what I mean? Maybe you see some flashes of the old AB. But it's a part of me, I ain't gonna lie, y'all, that feel like Blair gonna come out and look good in some spots, bro. I just think he's gonna look good in some spots, and it's gonna be
it depends on the AB
tough
we
night.
get, man. It depends on the AB we get. If we come to fight, man, we might see something special. If we come to play around, I think Cobb gonna get him out of there early.
Yeah, he better not be taking this lightly. That's for sure.
Sound like we all got AB by decision. Now, this next topic, man, it's a tough one. It's a tough one. I've been arguing with niggas online all week about it. And maybe it's just the fan in me because I appreciate the story, the backstory, and everything this man's been able to do. But Deontay Wilder, more than likely hanging it up. It looks like his parents came out. They had something to say. They ready for their son to you know, well, at least his mother is ready for him to get out of the sport of boxing. Sound like his dad wants him to fire his trainer. But if he is in fact done, if Wilder retires, has he put together a Hall of Fame career in y'all's opinion? We'll start with you, GMT.
Yeah, he a Hall of Famer. He a Hall of Famer simply because he got the most title defenses as a heavyweight.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody ever did that. So that's gonna automatically get him up in there. Not only that, you gotta take that his whole career, man. It's sad. I mean, I crack jokes about him too. I'm guilty of it. But at the end of the day, a guy that started boxing late, came in, became champion, and dominated the way he did. I mean, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Absolutely.
You got to give it to him at that standpoint. Yes, was he taking on the competition that we wanted to when we wanted him to do it? No. But, you know, at the end of the day, you can't deny those title defenses. You can't deny the knockouts. You can't deny what he brung back. And overall, I got to give him props. He brung heavyweights back.
Yeah.
He brung heavyweights back, bro. Once Deontay Wilder got on that knockout streak, bro, let me tell you, everybody wanted the next heavyweight. Eddie was coming out with a heavyweight. Everybody was trying to build their heavyweights up.
Man, a lot of people agree with you there, include myself. Deontay Wilder made the U.S. at least start paying attention to the heavyweight division again because niggas was sleep when the Klitschko's was raining.
Facts.
niggas was sleep. You know what I mean?
Because they wasn't gonna fight. They wasn't gonna fight each other. What was the sense of it? It took away from it. They was playing keep away from each other.
Punch.
You know?
Yeah, see, this one's heavy on my heart, man, because I'm a big fan of the Bronze Bomber. You know, when I came across it was the late night Showtime fights, and he is coming out, and I seen his record, man, 27 wins with 27 knockouts. I rubbed my eyes, like, what? That looked like fight night numbers. You know what I mean? That would happen to be the fight where Deontay Wilder punched dude into that seizure about 4 fights before he got this Deverne fight.
Yeah.
Man, my grandfather was watching that fight, and I'm like, oh, whoa, we might have found that heavyweight that's going to put us back on the map. Because like you said, the Klitschko's had us all asleep. Like, you know what I mean? So, you know, I started watching all his fights. Like, oh, I like this dude. You know what I mean? And the crazy thing about Deontay Wilder and the thing about him that pisses me off, y'all all remember that Bernard Stillburn first fight. How great did he look behind the jab, man? He never fought like that again. It's like he forgot that he looked that good boxing and just started knocking everybody's head off their shoulders in like 2 rounds. And then turned into a pure power puncher and got far away from the boxing. And I was like, wow, we're seeing the first fight, that first heavyweight fight, that first championship fight. Remember, they went the distance, remember? So Vern was doing his hardest and not good, get knocked out. And he forced like Wilder to do stuff I never seen him do before, and he succeeded and never went back to that Wilder again. Just start knocking
Yeah.
everybody out. You know
The
what I
hype
mean?
train
Now,
the hype train was born then.
yeah, the hype train was like, you don't even need to do none of that. And I was like, bro, if you work on your footwork and your jab, bro, you'll be unstoppable. Never did it. You know what I mean? Did go on a crazy terror title defenses. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But nobody was really a real threat except for King Kong. Let's be honest.
And,
know,
and that
it was
merely
the
came
boxers.
from starting
Like-
so late, man.
And you know, like he did, it was impressive because he did that starting so late in boxing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I'll always be upset we never got that Joshua fight before them Fury fights changed them, bro. Let's just be honest. The Fury fights changed them. If he don't fight Fury 3 times, we might still have a little resemblance of what Deontay Wilder used to be. Those fights clearly took something away. You know what I mean? And he lost his taste, his thirst for boxing. He started making so much money. You know what I mean? That was another aspect of it. Started losing his thirst for boxing. You know what I mean? And then after this last fight, you just tell he's done. He's done. But as far as Hall of Famer, hell yeah. He got his own statue. What man who don't have his own statue don't deserve to be in the Hall of Fame? Let's keep it 100, man. He deserves that.
Well, yeah, you know, the Bama appreciate him for sure.
Like his city loves him. Like,
Yeah.
and that's just the black culture. Like heavyweight fans, boxing fans, we love him. We'll always be talking about him. Like a 98% KO percentage and the knock down every opponent you ever went up against. Yeah, that's Hall of Fame credits.
Facts.
I think he deserves to be there. So yeah,
And when you look at it in its totality, man, starting at 20, you go on. I mean, starting at 20, bro. Because again, you ask some of your favorite fighters, man, when did they start boxing? You gonna hear 7, 8, 9, 10 years old. 20, 20 is almost unthinkable to go on to have the type of professional career he's had.
And let's
But
not
to start
forget,
at 20,
he definitely won the Olympic medal as well.
yeah, I mean, listen real quick. Starts at 20, Golden Gloves, U.S. Nationals, represents in the Beijing Olympics, and then goes on to become pro. First bout doesn't happen until he's 23 years old. Grabs a belt and has 10 title defenses at the highest level in professional boxing. Now, mind you, a lot of people going to give you shit because he doesn't have one of those names on the resume. And everybody's going to be garbage outside of Tyson Fury and Joshua. Those are the ones they really want to hear that's on the resume. And unfortunately, he lost to Tyson, never got to fight Joshua. But to perform, given the circumstances, and to perform at that level and have 10 title defenses in a row is remarkable, bro.
Yeah.
And for me, you got to put him in the Hall of Fame for that alone.
Right. Ain't never
For
been
sure.
done.
Absolutely. DJ in the chat, he said, will any of you feel disappointed if Wilder doesn't make the Hall of Fame? Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I'll be mad. I ain't saying he's gonna be first ballot, but I'll be mad.
The Hall of Fame, bro.
Yeah. And if he doesn't go in first ballot, I get it. And listen, you want to have that, that signature win. You know what I'm saying? Because I think the Pacquiao win was the one that got Timothy over the hump, probably. So you want to have that signature win, but I don't think he needs it with what he's been able to accomplish, especially so late in the game, to get in eventually.
Right.
But if he doesn't, yeah, of course.
And he fought him though. Like he did fight Tyson Fury 3 times.
Yeah, he did.
So fighting him is just good. He just got to that point, and you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. I mean, like Tommy Morrison, he there, but goddamn it, Tommy Morrison, I forgot every time he got to somebody big, he failed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But that didn't take away from him being a good boxer. Just some people got your number. You know what I mean?
Same with King Kong Ortiz, man. The hype was real to it. He started getting them big fights.
Yeah.
Shit, same with Tyson.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
Every time
Back.
it was, he never beat Lennox. He never beat Holyfield. When it came to the top dogs, he lost.
DJ said, define fame in boxing context. Fame suggests worldwide famous, living outside the U.S. His name wasn't on everyone's lips here like other boxers. So are we not now only focused on accomplishments? Check It's nice to hear that coming from somebody outside the country, to be honest with you, because we do that shit. We be like, we don't know who that is.
Well, that
we
was
do that.
and when now I bet if I asked DJ what heavyweights do he know or he could name, it'll be some throwback guys, but it's been a different era. And then you also gotta understand that Deontay reigned at the time, or the height of his career for the most part, and his come up was during the time of an extremely boring heavyweight division that wasn't getting a lot of love. That during that whole Klitschko European reign, none of y'all the world wasn't paying attention.
Heavyweights is nothing.
Yeah, like right now, you can't really name me some of the guys that the Klitschko's was fighting. You didn't care, you know.
It was a big gap too, because like before Deontay, it was a lot of fat heavyweights.
I can remember a name the Klitschko's fought, Corey Sanders. I'll never forget that name.
Yeah, but the Klitschko's, I mean, they went through everybody and they just reigned supreme. And like I said, once they made that announcement, the day they killed heavyweights was when they said their mama said they didn't want them to fight. And that was a wrap. Because they were talking about, will y'all ever fight? I
mean, being that I got brothers that I love, man, could I really actually fight one of them? I doubt it, bro. I understood.
Yeah, nah. I mean, that's a hard feat.
That's definitely understandable.
Yeah, that's a hard feat. Yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah. But yeah, so he just was in an era where, not a lot of great heavyweights to fight one another. Because, at the time of Tyson and Holyfield and Lennox Lewis, you had all of those names, man. Even when you go back to the Larry Holmes and even the Ken Nortons and Muhammad's and Joe Frazier, they was all able to fight each other.
Right.
Deontay Wilder don't come from that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You had the Klitschko's, and then you had Wilder coming up for the most part.
But you got to give him credit for bringing it back, though.
Yeah, absolutely.
He brought it back because, like I said, before he jumped back in, it was a lot of fat, sluggish heavyweights. We saw heavyweights, all they did was lay on each other, fighting inside, throwing slow punches. They was out of breath in 2 rounds. You know what I'm saying? He come back, small as he was. That's another thing. Small as he was, 218. You know what I'm saying? Really should have been down in cruiserweight somewhere, but he fighting heavyweight and turn the frame out of people. You know what I mean?
And that was a heavy Deontay shit. 212.
Right.
A couple underrated
209.
Though, like David Haye. David Haye was underrated, yo. He's the one.
David Haye. But see, that I bring him up all the time. David Haye come from cruiserweight up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he was a cruiserweight.
Yeah, he was a cruiser. He came up, but that's what I mean. That's where the fitness part of it come in. That's why he was able to move when they was calling him the tap dancer, because he could move like, you know what I'm saying, like a middleweight. Because he came from a lighter division, fighting sluggish motherfuckers, But he was another good one that took on competition. Like, what was that big giant motherfucker he fought?
Who fought him?
David Haye fought this big giant deformed looking cat. He was like down there 7 foot tall, bro.
Oh yeah, I know who you talking about, bro.
Yeah, I remember him.
That was the dude that didn't he play in The Longest Yard? He was in a movie.
I don't know, dude was big, bro.
He was in one of them movies, man. One of them giant looking motherfuckers.
Man, his head was deformed, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, David Haye, he another one, man.
7 foot, 300-pound gorilla looking dude. I remember.
Yeah, bro. But but that's where it come from. Like I say, Deontay brung all that back, bro. Where now you seeing fit heavyweights. Every promotion looking for a fit heavyweight. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They not looking for just because you big, fat, and all that stuff. And then his storyline, like I say, reason him getting into boxing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I commend him on that. He
trying
put
to do
his body
something
on
for his
daughter.
family. Yeah, for his daughter. Yeah, for sure.
So like all us girl dads, that make us fuck with you even more, brother.
Yeah, facts, bro. Facts. No lie, man. She got spinal bifida. He had no money to pay for it, working 2 jobs that wasn't doing nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Bruh. I commend him on that, bro.
And that's why I say the totality of it, when you really look at the whole backstory, how ladies started, when you add everything up, it's hard to keep him out of the Hall of Fame at some point. Like I say, if people don't believe he's the first ballot, I get it. I understand that. But he's He definitely deserves to be in there. And then, once you list all of the accolades, it's hard to snub him, bro.
Right. And to add more of that for DJ, you gotta remember the writers get you in the Hall of Fame. So storyline do play a part. So they pay attention to all of that. You can't just be like, there's plenty of great boxers out there like Julius Jackson, all them people like that, but they don't have that storyline. Like Tyson Fury gonna be another one going to the Hall of Fame.
Oh yeah.
He's the boogeyman killer.
Oh yeah.
Before he left out, he killed the boogeyman.
Let's not
killed the
forget
boogeyman.
When
Deontay was on his way up, ain't none of these cats want to fight him.
No.
Nobody wanted no smoke with him. Nobody.
They ain't want no parts of that right hand, bro.
Yep.
Including AJ.
Yeah, including, and he still ain't never fight him.
Hold on. Somebody pointed something out to me about that. He wanted it. He got talked out of it.
Yeah,
Hell
you know
yeah,
what? Somebody told me that too. Somebody got fired behind this shit.
Yeah, man, I got it. I think I still got it on my phone. Lou DiBella had, I didn't know this, was Deontay's like co-promoter at the time, right? Worked a deal out with the Zone for $100 million. The same deal they gave AJ. Well, AJ got $50 million, but they was gonna give Deontay $100 million. And somebody at PBC told Deontay, man, don't go. You go over there for that. You stupid. That's the money we give Mayweather to work out with, and he didn't take it.
Damn.
And this all coming out of Lou DiBella mouth.
Tricked his ass.
And Lou DiBella had put that together for him, man. And he was like, man. After that, he was like, you could listen.
PBC, man. PBC.
Yeah, he was like, you could listen to PBC. Then I'm out. Let them just go and keep promoting you. Hold on.
But it was strategic. It was to keep him away. It was to keep his ass away from Wilder.
Yeah, I think
shit
PBC is quietly.
That's what I perceive.
But you see the PBC starting to like fall apart. You see Leonard Ellaby and Errol Spence going at it. It's like, yo, it's getting a little ugly over there.
Shout out my guy DJJ in the building all the way from down under. Appreciate you joining the panel, man. What's up, DJ?
How you going, boys? Punch. I'm not sure I've met you before. How you going? Nah, look, sometimes it's easier. You know, I don't always have a lot to say, but sometimes it's easier just to be able to ask the question rather than to type it.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely, man. You know, you're always welcome on the platform, brother.
Yeah, what's going on, bro?
I'm a little bit out of probably the last couple of weeks. More so, I think I got sick of just everywhere I looked. Every time I wanted to do a bit of homework on boxing, I was just getting sick of the whole Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia rubbish.
Yeah.
That just dragged on way too long for my liking. So part of this will be just to catch up on some of the stuff that's going on. Have they confirmed who Virgil's fighting in?
They took him off the card.
They took him off the card.
Yeah, as far as we know right now, he's not on the card.
They replaced it with Jared B. Baby Anderson.
I'll tell you what sucks in principle when I just think about it from a visual point of view. So Tim was allowed to continue to fight while his cut was open and bleeding and he couldn't see and, you know, whatever you want to make of that. So medically he was allowed to continue, right? But after it gets stitched up, the stitches get removed and it's in the process of healing to whatever, I don't know, progress that's made in the healing. He's not allowed to fight in 2 months' time. That's the bit that sort of when you have a look at from a, I suppose, just an outsider looking in, you go, well, how isn't he allowed to fight when he's not bleeding and he can see, but he is allowed to fight when he is bleeding and he can't see?
Man,
can I answer this one?
I completely agree. Go ahead.
I got a good answer for this one.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, I think the reason why they saying he can't fight right now is because I think they're afraid. And this might be because this is a sign of he got a good doctor on his team, is that he might be getting punched in it during sparring, and it might keep reopening. So he might need a little bit more time. Maybe it was deeper than we all thought it would be. You know what I mean? Needing 9 stitches. You know what I
Okay.
mean? So only thing I could think of, that's the only thing I could think of is why they're doing this, is that they're afraid he's gonna keep getting punched in it during sparring.
Yeah, so
While he's training.
there's been a few articles from some of the sports media over here in Australia that some of them sort of questioned it and asked why, and there wasn't a whole heap of information in there other than there was just a broad statement that says that it hasn't healed enough to whatever I'm not sure what it's supposed to look like. And look, I don't want any boxer anywhere to put their health at risk. That's just punch from a disappointment point of view. I guess I just look at it and I say, well, if you have a look at Opatai, if you have a look at Mendoza got his jaw busted up when he fought.
Yeah.
So you go, well, if I'm not allowed to start a fight with a broken jaw, how am I allowed to continue the fight with a broken jaw, as an example, right? It just seems a little bit hypocritical.
Yeah. Completely agree. And
I agree.
That's why I did the video. Was it legit or not? Because, you get the nod to go ahead and sign up for this fight, and then boom, out of nowhere, they pulling them because it's doctor's orders.
Medical research should have been done before they signed for this fight. They should have knew that he wasn't ready to fight. So how y'all let him sign for the fight and then find out after the fight that he can't?
But
by the time this fight happens, you're talking about almost 5 months, bro.
Right. That's all I was just going to say, because we just watched Tyson Fury get cut, remember, with an elbow.
Yeah.
And fought 2 months later.
And now we talking about almost.
And he had
area, man. The eyebrows, yeah, I get that, but the top of the head, that's pretty sensitive. Maybe they more worried about brain trauma. I don't know, but there's a lot of excuses they can use.
That's over 4 months, bro. That's over 4. I don't give a damn what kind of cut it is. It's over 4 months later.
But these are $1 million athletes, bro. You got to protect your investment.
Nah, man, they fighters, bro. He's $1 million athlete, but he ain't $1 million athlete. He ain't making no money.
On, man. We want to get to the politics of it. Most of the best fighters who make the most money.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Fight
like
once a year, man. That's protecting your investment if I ever seen it.
I don't think. Listen how I look at it. I agree with you to a standpoint. I believe that they are protecting them, but I just think that they just didn't want to risk it open back up, so they just pulled them for the fight. Period. But I could see it moving that way. But I also could see it like shit. They could make a bigger fight. That fight, think about it. Victor Ortiz and that fight could have been on its own.
A huge fight, man. I was so excited for that card, man.
And that's how I look at it. Like, all right, I'm gonna protect my investment. Why I'm putting him in with all of this that's going on when I can probably make more money with a standalone fight?
So
yeah, and I think who he was fighting had a lot to do with this decision.
Right, and shout out to Mike Sanders. Shout out to Mike Sanders.
This had a lot to do with who he was fighting, bro.
Because you got to think. Let's not forget, Al got to satisfy this next 2 years. That's a fight that it potentially could be on Amazon.
Yeah, so I'm only coming from a disappointment standpoint. I'm not coming at it like doctors don't know what they're doing or.
Yeah, well, man, we are all disappointed.
He's stuck in this, he's stuck in that. But look, let me ask all of you or any of you to answer this as to the best of your knowledge. In that circumstance, would in the rules of, I guess it has to be international boxing, right? Because we're not just talking about a US fighter. So would Tim and his team be allowed to go and get a second opinion that would override the first one and say, don't care what the last doctor said, went and saw this doctor and I got the green light to go ahead? Or are you stymied as soon as any doctor says, no, we don't advise it, I'm not clearing you to fight? How does that actually work?
I think
the
that's
sanction.
It's
whoever sanctioning the fight.
Yeah, commission.
Yeah, whoever's belt's on the line, that sanctioning body, or whoever's sanctioning that fight, they the one who make that decision.
Yeah, and if that was possible, that should have been done ASAP. But it can't be done.
No, it's not an option, unfortunately. So, but man, I feel you because like it comes from a place of disappointment. You know, I love Bud Crawford. That's my guy, and I think that's a hell of a fight card. And I don't mind him headlining. But Tim and Virgil could have easily been headlining this fight, in my opinion.
Man, great.
That was remember heavy. That was me.
That was the
your
one fight
Yeah,
I
we
was looking
I
forward to
ain't
the
gonna lie.
most.
I was surprised that Tim Zoo was on that card though. I didn't think he'd be fighting so soon.
Yep.
I'm
Remember we was talking. We was saying shit that might steal the show.
Yeah. I felt like it was gonna steal the show. So, very disappointed. But for me, man, again, it's just over 4 months later, bro. I don't give a damn what kind of cut you got, man. It's 4 months later.
I guess
that's fishy. That's suspicious.
Yeah.
I guess when I started listening to some of the interviews with some of the really experienced cut men and bits and pieces out of the US after that, I know that a few of them said that there's a whole heap of nerves and those sorts of things that actually sit in that area. Like forget just the veins and bits and pieces that cause the blood, but there's a whole heap of nerves that sit, under the scalp in your head and bits and pieces. So if there was potential for nerve damage or something like that, where you would lose touch or feel or something like that in your head, maybe it was less about the blood and more about the nerves. But I was actually really interested to see how Virgil was going to shape up, because if he'd have gone in there and just flogged Tim Zoo all over the ring or knocked him out or something like that, I think that would have just either ratified or answered a whole heap of everyone else's questions and said, look, the man is fit. Yes, he definitely does hit hard, and he's the real deal sort of thing. So I had some questions I was looking forward to getting answered in that respect. What I worry about now is Tim is probably forgetting the rankings. He's probably he's gonna have to work his way all the way back up, because there's so many big fights in front of him now, particularly if Bud's gonna go for undisputed. And look, as a fan, I'm looking forward to seeing Bud get back in the ring. What's he do to a bigger bloke?
Hell yeah, I'm so excited. But he gonna pick him apart like he pick everybody apart and step in the ring with him.
Yep. Long as the curse don't kick in, we good. Y'all did
Shout
hear the
out
news,
Mike in
right?
the chat. He said Mike Heyman made him pull out. I think you read that already, but
hey, GMT, I'm saying it right now. Bud's retiring undefeated, brother. Sorry.
I'm a Bud fan. I'm just saying now, y'all saw the news with Bomac.
Undefeated. Hear this.
Yeah, but Bomac got the
trainer of the year. That's like the Madden cover, bro. It's like the Madden cover.
The curse of the trainer of the year.
Swear.
Bomac just got it, and maybe Terrence is just that special where the curse ain't gonna matter.
Curses are meant to be broken. Let's get it.
Let me ask y'all this. Have you seen, and I'm speaking from somebody who has, because I like to do my homework. Have you gone, and because I know y'all ain't seen no match 'em all fights, and
I went back and watched
I went on YouTube.
Yeah, I went back.
Yeah, I went back
YouTube.
and I just checked out some of those highlights and seen his last fight for the WBA. The dude's a little scary.
He hit hard.
Oh, he hit hard. They call him Baby Triple G.
Yeah, the dude, and he kind of looks like him
but
too.
He looked just like Mean Machine to me. Same thing gonna happen.
But listen, he's got a little bit of footwork. He's got some real fundamentals. He's almost got that B-ball-esque type style, bro.
He made mistakes though.
All right, so what's Bud's number one
he
characteristic, T.O.? What's the best thing about him as a boxer?
About Madrimov that I seen?
Yeah. What do you think the first thing Bud's gonna do in the first round against him?
What do I think Bud's going to do in the first round?
What do he do against most of his opponents in the first round against him?
He got to feel. Well, in this particular case, I think he's got to fill Madrimov out.
Yeah,
he's got to fill him out because Madrimov is going to be the one initiating.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So he's going to do what? He's going to fill him out 2 rounds, then take away all his tools, and then the ass whooping is going to begin around the 6th round. Am I lying?
No, I think he started a little earlier than that.
Maybe 5th.
It's going to
About a
depend.
fourth
I think
round,
it's gonna be
his
a
tools are
fourth.
taken
I
away.
think it's gonna be the fourth.
It's going to depend on how busy and active Madrimov is to me.
See, Madrimov, my game plan is the way Madrimov fight. Madrimov like stalking his prey. He gets off by feeling like you're afraid. If you watch his fights, you start backing off, he start coming on hard, like pause. But you get what I'm saying? Like he coming at you. You know what I'm saying?
But it's strategic though.
You know, so I
But
mean,
it's very strategic. That's his number one skill. He takes
I
your
want to
best
see what you
quality
gonna
away
bring,
quick.
and what not to mention too though. I mean, it is a strong opponent. He is gonna come forward. He'll stalk you. He got heavy punches, and the take on somebody like this your first fight at 154, I give it to Bud. If Bud mops the flow with this cat,
He can't allow him to touch him like Spence did.
Come on now. What
He
type of
can't.
fighters?
I'm telling you.
Taylor
I'm
made?
telling you now.
no. I don't think
Come
that's gonna
forward
happen.
fighters.
He
Come
gonna
forward
hold that
fighters
phone.
stand no chance against Terrence Crawford. He's too good of a counter puncher.
Well, yeah, because he can fight going backwards.
It's stupid to come forward fighting him. That's detrimental to your health.
And the only point I
That
was
was the
making-
problem with Earl.
The only point I was going to make with that was, don't think you're going to get like a Bud running over this guy.
No,
I just don't think that's
You
going
gonna
to
be
be the fight.
surprised if it happened though?
No,
You gonna be surprised?
I
if y'all gonna be
kinda
surprised if we
will.
run him over?
bro.
I kind of, if Bud goes in there and make this fight look easy like the Spence fight, I kind of will be surprised.
Bro,
I won't.
Mexicans.
I'm
I know
giving
it's great.
Madrimov a lot of.
You know his greatness by now. You've seen enough. You shouldn't be surprised.
The Russian and Ukrainians ain't no joke, bro. They got some hard heads.
And we already seen him dismantle one of them.
I'm just
Dismantle.
saying, this 154 is different.
I think
Yeah, this shit
that
different.
They
maybe-
said that when he went to 47, bro. You're echoing the same thing.
No,
he knocked
no,
out every single opponent, bro.
no.
Yeah,
You
they
gotta
said
think-
that it's different at 147. He knocked
But-
out every single opponent.
But peep
bro.
this though. Can you admit to this? Now, I can't believe I'm arguing with you over my favorite fight. But check this out. Bud could have been at 147. Bud was big at 135. Why do you think Bud, once he accomplished his goal at 140, he left? He could have stayed at 140, but he didn't. He went. It was so easy for him to go to 147.
Undisputed, man.
So what I'm saying is, he is dealing with a cat that lives at 154. Don't know nothing but 154. It's a difference. You understand? You get where I'm trying to come from?
Yeah.
Versus Bud put on weight. You get what I'm saying? Now Bud do walk around, but what I'm saying is a difference. This guy gonna come in heavy. He gonna weigh in. He gonna weigh in on that.
About Errol. He been
Right.
at 147
But you're
this whole
not-
time. This is a
right,
different
but you're
type of
not
guy.
hearing-
And he
you're
came
not
out
hearing-
and completely
It's not
dismantled
the
them.
same.
All y'all jaws was on
It's-
the floor. Come on.
It's not the same. It's not the same thing because
Same.
it's not. It's not
bigger,
because
stronger
we knew
guy.
what tools.
I see
And
you
a whole
backstage.
new
All right, I got you.
division Who's
But-
knocking
but-
everybody out.
But people
What?
though, no, it's not the same because if as people who watch boxing, we knew what tools Earl brought to the table. Before that fight, I said Earl's tailor made for him, bro. A double jab overhand ain't gonna get it. A double jab in the hook ain't gonna get it with Bud.
Big facts.
I swore by it.
We knew the tools. It's a difference when you got a guy that's gonna come forward. Like for instance, at 140, Mean Machine. You know why Mean Machine had some success? Because he stayed with Terrence. He stayed with Terrence. No matter what Terrence threw, he
pissed
stayed
Terrence
there
off,
with him.
What you don't do.
You get what I'm, but you under, but we could talk about fandom, but what I'm saying is fact. Mean Machine, he won. I'm not saying that this guy gonna be Bud, but Mean Machine gave him a run for his money because he stayed there with Terrence. He wasn't afraid to take a Terrence punch. He wasn't afraid to take punches either, and he had some success because I have to admit that glove touch. So at the end of the day, when this guy come forward, like I said, for me the game plan would be see what he gonna bring,
agree.
see
That was
how
definitely
hard.
a knockdown for
Yeah,
sure.
see how hard he gonna punch. See how he gonna try to bring it because I already peeped how dude got some flaws, bro.
Yeah, he's got plenty. He got
He
plenty.
got
of
some
flaws.
flaws.
And
He drop his hands. He get to going
Dude,
wild.
dude showed
One,
me
two,
some
1, 2
glaring
from hooks.
flaws. That's what I'm just
We
saying.
just
Like
saying-
I watched I'm like, man, listen, like he showed me some flaws, man. Like that's all I'm saying. I ain't saying he ain't a great fighter. I'm saying he don't deserve to be champ. I'm
No,
just
he
saying,
hit
like, you
hard.
wanna do-
We
you get in
Punch,
there
we
with
only
Terrence
saying one
Crawford
thing.
now, man. You can't make no mistakes or your ass gonna be on the canvas.
We only saying one thing. We only saying that don't be surprised if Bud can't make this fight look easy. That's all we
Oh,
saying.
Right.
be surprised. New division, bigger guys, hit harder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't be
That's a
surprised.
possibility, but I
I
won't
think
be
this is
surprised if he do
somebody
make it
who
look
would
easy
destroy Errol Spence as well. I think
Right.
Madrimov destroys Errol Spence too. You feel me? So
Right.
I don't think
that's
Errol
all we
Spence is gonna
saying.
get past that tall motherfucker. I don't think Errol Spence is getting
Me
past
neither.
that.
We got somebody on the panel. Where you from, man? What up? What up? Welcome to the show, man. Where you from, brother?
I'm from Las Vegas, of course. You know who this
Oh my
is, man.
God.
That's the homie. What up? Oh
That's
shit.
Hey,
Hey,
what's up,
let me
RC?
pick up my welcome mat, man. Give me this shit.
Hey,
RC in
man.
the building.
Hey, man. I'm a little early. I'm a little late, but I'm early. You know,
I appreciate you, brother.
it's just what? It's just 9:30 here. You know how it is.
Yeah, man. Yeah. I hate being this far ahead of y'all.
113 degrees today. You know how it is. What's up, everybody on the panel? Slick, Heavy, DJ, and I can't read the other guy's name. What's his name?
Punch drunk.
Punch Strong. What's that?
Yeah.
What's going on, brother?
RC, enlighten us, man. Enlighten us on that Bud Crawl. First of all, I definitely want to ask you the situation with Tim Zoo and Virgil Ortiz. We know Virgil's off the card altogether now. And the Bud Crawford Madrimov fight. What's your perspective on that? What break that one down for us.
Oh, it's Bud all day. I mean, first I got to congratulate Bo Mac on winning Trainer of the Year. Hope that curse. I hope that curse like that Madden cover don't get him. But
right, yeah, we just brung that up.
Especially his next fighter up is out the 757 himself. Shout out to Heavy Sean Davis on July 6th. But Bo Mac will be in the corner for that. But you better have your fingers crossed.
He won last night too.
That trainer of the year curse is real.
No doubt.
Hello. Yeah, but Keyshawn should be able to take care of that. But
light work. That's light work.
And Bud and this other guy. I'm thinking y'all know good places for tailor-made suits in Los Angeles?
No, bro.
I mean tailor-made. I mean like perfect fit for you.
So we get to understand you feel like Madrimov is tailor-made for Bud Crawford.
Echo that.
Yeah, because I was under the impression that it was called the BMO Arena, but I'm hearing that it's going to be turned into a haberdashery, which is a tailor-made suit place on August 3rd. And Mr. Bud will be getting fitted for the WBA belt. You know how you get fitted for your weight?
Yeah.
He's getting fitted for the belt. So I'm not really thinking about that fight.
Easy fight for Bud. In your opinion, RC, easy fight for Bud.
Very easy.
Got your mighty. I like how direct he is. No doubt. And Tim Zoo, Virgil Ortiz, tell us what's going on there.
Well, I mean, Virgil Ortiz is kind of going to be awaiting the 154 turnabouts with Madrimov and Bud, and also with Fundora and Earl. Right.
So Ortiz gets the winner of one of those fights.
No, because I'm here to bust a lot of people bubble tonight, y'all. Y'all ready for this? Put y'all seatbelt on for this. As soon as Virgil Ortiz is ready to step into that realm of being able to take one of those fights on to earn a belt, guess who's gonna be coming out the dark?
Hold on real quick. RC, let me set it up because a lot of people don't know who you are and what you mean to this channel and GMT Sports. So
I'm nobody, man.
RC is hailing out of Vegas, and he's privy to a lot of information. He's been able to rub shoulders with a lot of these people. So a lot of the times, he's able to give us information that a lot of people are not privy to. And he's on point with it. So go ahead. What you guys say, RC?
But RC, just before you keep going, please don't tell me you're about to say Mel. Please don't.
I'm about
tell
to
me
what?
you're about to say. Well, you said, guess who's coming out of the shadows? And straight away, I thought if he says Mel Charlo, I'm gonna.
DJ,
I'm
you
gonna
just busted Mr. Recess himself. He's Recess champion in 3 weight divisions, in 3 sanctioning bouts. He will be back. Yes, sir.
Got
Sorry,
something
Virgil.
happen.
Sorry,
I don't know
Virgil.
whether to
Sorry.
cry or throw my toys out of the cot. I don't like it.
I'm still
man.
mad
Hell,
at
bro.
that Crawford Charlo fight. I want to see it badly.
So Mel emerges from the crack smoke to fight who?
Whoever he wants. He's recessing 3 of them.
Yep, he get the
Damn,
challenge.
sure
He
is.
can choose
Yeah,
Earl
he can
Fundora
take his
winner,
pick.
or he can choose the Bud what you call him winner. And Bud is gonna get elevated by the WBO. So
Yep.
he could just say, you know what? I take Bud and I check 2 of them off. And I say
Yep.
Earl for last.
I see. It'll
Let
only
me get the
happen
big
once.
check.
I
And
like
Let me
it.
tell you why. It won't matter who Mel picks out of those top guns at the 154. And I mean the top boys, he can't beat them.
Who, Jamel?
Jamel can't beat
None of the top
best
154 guys.
154ers at the moment.
No.
Forget about
Well,
who's got
man.
the belt. The best
Hell no.
154.
Why is my
You
camera?
can't beat them.
Well, that's up for discussion. And I know
The
Heavy
camera just
and
went
Slick.
crazy.
I know Heavy and Slick is going to have beautiful shows leading up to that. We're going to wait for that build up. But Mr. DJ, we got to give the man respect. Even the number 1 contender, Jamel, can jump. He's the champion in recess. In IBF, he's WBA, and the WBC.
I'm not disrespecting the man. I've got nothing
Oh,
against him,
no.
right? All I'm just saying is from a psychological age and activity standpoint, I don't think he can step in there with any of the top guns. Don't worry about the belt holders, the top guns in 154 and beat them.
I respect your opinion, Mr. DJ. I really do. I really do. And like I say, that's up for debate. I'm not a Jamel Charlo fan per se, but I'm just saying he's going to invoke his status and push Tim
Heyman
Tszyu
gonna-
back.
Yeah.
He's going to push back Virgil Ortiz. He's going to push back anybody else at that 150. And y'all know something. Let me say this, bro. I gotta give a moment of silence for this guy. Shout out to this dude. And bro, he is getting messed over like anybody else in the 54 division. I know y'all talk about Virgil Ortiz, Tim Tszyu, blah, 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 blah. Shout out to the former number 1 contender, Erickson Lubin,
Right.
who's been
You
the
heard
number
me.
1 contender for the last 24 months.
Earl
He
stepped on him.
He had a bad performance. Matter of fact, I ain't gonna say he had a bad. He lost his last fight. That's why ain't nobody checking.
Against the
for it.
Diamonds, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
But still, he's been
Earl
there, bro.
stepped on him. Right, he was one. Earl stepped
He
on
was
him.
there. He's been there for the last 24 months. Think about it. Erickson Lubin last 4 fights have been title eliminators. Think about it.
I
Yep.
thought Erickson Lubin was a good replacement for Tim Tszyu in the Ortiz fight. Actually,
Could
It
have
would have
been.
been a good. It would have been a
been.
great. It would have been a great replacement.
Let me ask you this, RC, and this been puzzling to me, and I thought about this a while ago, but I kept forgetting to mention it to anybody. With Jamel Charlo being the champion in recess for three of the sanctioning bodies, how long does that even last? Or does he get to go down the line? Right? So say that he comes, he invokes, and he does the WBA and he loses. Does he still have the WBC and the IBF?
Yes, because he was a
Yeah.
title holder. He was a title holder before he got in recess. Yes, sir.
Yep.
So one of those could come 2.5 years later, and he would still be in the position to invoke.
There's to my knowledge, there's no limit on recess. To my knowledge,
Yeah,
I mean,
okay.
I stand
That's
corrected.
interesting.
Anybody in the chat or something like that? I've never seen anybody kicked off of recess.
Hell no,
Right.
because Pacquiao was in recess. He didn't even know he was in recess. He was in recess for almost a year.
Because normally it's just one title involved. This motherfucker was undisputed. So
Well, he
so
was
many
undisputed.
titles.
So
Yeah.
he's so in there like swimwear. It's crazy.
Yeah, absolutely.
So he
Okay.
can really invoke a major fight with Bud and a major fight with Earl Spence. And ain't nobody nothing you could do about it. Can lose both of those. Well, no, he can't because Bud is gonna have WBO and WBC. So
Yeah.
he can evoke two big fights back to back. And there's nothing nobody can do about it.
So how many belts? Just so I'm clear, how many belts is he champion recess?
Three of them.
Three of them.
IBF, WBA, and WBC. You know, WBO stripped him when he got through the ropes against Canelo.
As soon as he climbed in the ring,
Yeah,
he was no longer champion.
And I will go back and have a look, but I'm pretty sure
And that was the belt that Tim Tszyu had, Mr. DJ.
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure that Mel also dropped the IBF because he
didn't drop it.
Mandatory.
He didn't drop it. He's in
recess.
They just put him in recess.
Getting back to Erickson Lubin just for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
He lost on purpose because if you look what's going on, right, you got to lose your last fight to get a title shot.
He won his last fight. It was Carlos Adames.
Yeah, he
won his last fight. That was on the Bud and Earl.
He didn't win, but he won.
He got to win, but
he won. Yeah.
And I agree with you. Shout out to Carlos Adames. I'm going to my barber tomorrow. That's my barber's best friend. I saw Carlos Adames in my barbershop twice, but that's another story. That's another story.
Yeah, but he won. They gave he got gifted. He got gifted a win versus Adames, man.
Yeah, because Cunningham was even surprised.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely.
His ass got big.
I know I was.
I think everybody was shocked.
But Mel gets to throw a wrench in all of the plans, man. And I think that's, Heyman get to throw a rock and hide his hand, man. And that rock is Jermaine Charlo.
Right. Real. So what it does is when you speak of Tim Tszyu, when you speak of the losers of the Bud fight and also the Fundora Earl loser, it all gets thrown back along with Tszyu, along with Virgil Ortiz. All those people get thrown back, Erickson Lubin included. If Jamel, well, I ain't gonna say if, when Jamel comes back, fourth quarter, 2024. You heard it here first.
Gosh, man. Hey,
right when you forget,
you might have well stamp it.
Damn, Eddie Kane.
Hey.
So when was
might have well stamp
last
it.
Fight at 154? 2022 or 2021?
Who, Jamel?
Say that again, DJ.
Well, when did he fight Castano?
That was
2021?
22. I think it was 22. Yes, sir. That was in Los Angeles.
Yeah, they become undisputed. That was 22.
Yes.
So by the time he comes back, he won't have fought at 154 for three and a half years.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
yeah, that's saying if they don't get anything done until next year, yeah.
Yeah. Shout out to his brother.
If he's going to come,
160. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
If he's going to come back, man, more than likely that's got to be sometime late this year. We should be able to see Jermaine.
Yeah. No. He's going to be in negotiations later this year. You're not going to see him this year.
Yeah. We ain't going to see him at all.
No, you're not going to see him at all. He's going to be there just to mess up the apple cart. That's all. That's all he's there for.
Right.
And he's going to negotiate for a fight in 24. I mean, in 25.
But if you think about it, that's a big fight after Bud at 154. Then the hype still surrounding him and Bud. That's a big fight.
Right.
That's a big fight. That's a big
fight.
Going back to Mr. DJ's question.
Yeah.
His brother held 160 since 2020.
Yeah.
Before COVID.
Yeah.
And guess what, y'all? He's still in recess.
Just stripped him.
They just stripped him. Yeah, he was in recess all them years, but he just stripped him.
Yeah, they just stripped him. But I think that had a lot to do with that hit and run.
That's just not good enough. I just don't think that's good enough. Politics and money aside, I know that all plays a part, but that'd be like saying to Roger Federer, like he wins Wimbledon, right? And doesn't play again at Wimbledon for 3 years and comes back and allowed to compete again. Like it just, for me, it just doesn't sit well. And that's not a disrespect to the boxer. It just, 2 years, 18 months, 2 years, like there's got to be some sort of limit on this stuff. Otherwise, you're just bottlenecking the division, and everyone else that's working for their money, taking their fights below them, aren't
Well,
fighting for anything.
From
it's
a pure
interesting you say that,
fan's
Mr. DJ.
perspective, I understand.
It's interesting you say that, Mr. DJ, about this bottleneck of the division. How do you feel about Terrence Crawford doing the same thing, sir?
Well, it's not specific to one boxer. That's why I'm not actually ripping into individual boxers. What I'm doing is I'm putting it back and
All right.
I'm saying to the sanctioning bodies or whoever controls it to say, hey, look, you're pulling the piss now. Someone's got to tap these boxers on the shoulder and just say, look, you either give up your belts or you get back in the ring, because there's 20 other boxers and maybe the next superstar waiting in line behind you, and you're just holding them up. So I just want to see activity as much as it can happen. Everyone's entitled to have a break, right? For health and all those sorts of things. I get that.
But Mr. DJ, I had a question I got to add to that. I'm quite sure you're employed somewhere or something like that, or you've been to school somewhere before. Can I ask you a question, sir? Have you ever used a doctor's note before? To like excuse you from a day of work or a day of school.
The doctors know got a limit though. You get 30 days of bed rest.
Not in boxing, heavy. Not in boxing, heavy. That doctor's note can get you a couple of years, bro.
I see where you were going with that one. Yeah. So let me ask you this though, RC.
Yes,
you
sir.
said you mentioned Bud. You mentioned Bud. What Bud is doing? What is Bud doing?
Bud holding up 147. You don't think he holding up 147? You got Mario Barros waiting on him to drop. Brian Norman waiting on him to drop. Who in the WBA waiting on him to drop? Is it Stanionis?
Stanionis, yeah.
Can I get elevated, please?
Yeah.
Ain't you fighting 154, sir?
True that.
Didn't you tell everybody you wasn't going back to 47?
Yep.
It's been a year. It's definitely been a whole year.
Can we start getting active at welterweight, sir? Please. You're holding us up.
Those belts, he about to drop them. He about to drop them in August, man.
He gonna wait till August, right? But I've been saying that just going to let him go, bro.
Well, no, because the WBC already did something like Mr. DJ don't even like. He's already in recess, sir.
Right.
Oh yeah. For the WBC, he damn sure is.
And also the WBO. Let's not forget that one. He's in recess for that one as well.
Oh yeah, the WBO placed him in recess too.
They placed him in recess as well. So, Mr. Brian Norman, you got to wait.
Yep.
Damn. There go that doctor's note.
To August.
Oh no! This was more beautiful, heavy. This is not even a doctor's note. I'm just telling you, I want to be great. I'm going to try something else. But y'all just hold my spot for me.
Right.
That's not even a doctor's note.
Or at least y'all come up with some money down there and give me a fight. Give me the big money fight. But there is no big money fight down there. So it just doesn't make sense. You might as well get the belts up, bro.
But see, by them being in recess, also WBC could make a fight out of it. So they ain't gonna just have to elevate nobody. They'll make a fight for it.
Yeah, they'll make it Mario Barros versus Erickson Lubin. For Erickson Lubin's fifth.
That's part of the
fight on Eliminator.
Now we not just gonna elevate you. We gonna make y'all fight. You know what I'm saying?
It's gonna be the fifth title eliminator.
Man,
you know what I'm saying?
Old man,
that's how it goes, man.
Yeah. All right, man. Let me switch gears a little bit, guys. Man, that was a great conversation on that situation. But I did want to, since we talking about it, mention the WBC, this whole freedom belt. The freedom. Have we?
Don't bring up that ugly ass belt.
Out of all the belts they made, man,
a freedom belt that they want to implement for the Javante Tank Davis and Frank Martin fight, and also want to get some predictions on that fight as well. As your boy Earl, the True Spence Jr., the promoter of Man Down Promotions, and his fighter Frank Martin just recently stated that Frank Martin would dominate Tank Davis from rounds 1 through I can't even get it all the way out. Rounds 1 through 12. Let me start with you, GMT.
Yeah, Earl just got his promoter cap on, bro.
That's all.
That's why he was cheesing so hard while he was talking. He could barely stop laughing when he was saying this shit is goddamn. So, like the showing them choppers he got. But goddamn me, at the end of the day, man, I think Frank gonna put a good fight up in the beginning until he catch something, and it's gonna be a whole different Frank. Frank gonna let go of the whole game plan as soon as he catch something, and that's gonna be it. Like I was just telling RC not too long ago, Frank gonna put up a hell of a fight in the beginning. He got good footwork. I believe he gonna move. He gonna look way better than he did in his last fight. But when you in front of them lights, this ain't 500 people. You know what I'm saying?
No, Slick. May I add? Last fight I was there, it was 436.
Okay, 436 people is totally different than 20,000 people. You know what I'm saying? Not to mention you're your promoter's first real big fight. That's a lot of pressure, bro. Then you in there with Tank. He got a lot of variables to overcome besides what he was talking about with Shakur and I want to go in there with my head right. I hope your head right when you go in there next week because, God damn it, it's going to be a tough one, bro. It's going to be a tough one because you're going to be getting in the bed with a person that's comfortable. That's his home. He been there time after time. He not worried about nobody else. He don't have to worry about looking good. You know what I mean?
Sound like you saying the lights is going to be a problem for Frank.
It is. I truly believe it, but more so once after that first round, he going to get a little comfortable. And when he get a little comfortable, Tank going to catch him with something. Now, I don't think it's going to knock him down, but I think it's going to change his mind about a lot of shit. That's all I'm saying.
Sure. Punch Drunk.
See, man, I think Frank Martin gonna fall into the same trap everybody always fall into when they fighting Tank, man. Oh, he gets hit a lot. And he gonna come out fast and Tank gonna slip something. And I say about the 9th round, yeah, Tank gonna slip his ass and knock him the fuck out. I think he's going down, 9th round, Tank KO all day.
Oh, man, direct with it. Real quick, GMT, did you have a prediction for it?
Yeah, it's a knockout.
Knockout for Tank?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay. DJ, you like that fight? Is that one you're going to be paying attention to a little bit?
Yeah, look, I'll keep an eye on it for sure. I'm pretty close to Punch Drunk. Let me say this. If Tank didn't have explosive one-punch knockout power, I would say that Martin's capable of outboxing him and beating him on points. But the reality for me is that the game changer is probably Tank's power. So probably, yeah, win by knockout. Mm-hmm. And I reckon maybe earlier than the 9th. I don't think Tank will wait that long if he sees an opportunity or Martin makes a mistake. You'll let him have it as soon as possible.
DJ's got Tank by knockout. I see. You see this thing a little different or what you got?
Hey, man, you know I'm here already, right? This is happening in the backyard. In the backyard here in Las Vegas. Bro, I'm going to say it like this. It's a celebration, brother. It's a celebration, Punch Drunk. It's a celebration, Slick 50. It's a celebration, DJ. I'm in charge of bringing the plates and the ice. We got AT making the potato salad and I got Ork on the grill. One of our long lost cousins coming home, and our cousin Dee bringing them to the mall. The homie Tank is home, y'all. Saturday night, out of jail. We all been to one of them out the cousin that got out of jail parties. And that's what's happening June 15th. It's going down in Las Vegas next Saturday night. When them lights go down in that MGM Grand, and that boy stand in that hallway, and that bright light gonna be behind him. Bro, I wish I could give y'all a piece of the feeling that's gonna be 18,500 gonna welcome this boy home. Frank is in trouble, baby. If I could give you a piece of what it's gonna feel like when the light hit that little 5'5" youngster. He been in jail. He been accused by the girl. Blah blah blah. The hit and run.
He finna let it all out
because he's coming back to what we love him for. When that
what he say
Mr.
too,
DJ, if I could give you a piece of that to throw in Australia, what it's gonna feel like when that light hit that board. Frank gonna know 18.5 in there.
Gotcha,
and if MGM open it up to standing room only, Frank gonna know 20,000 in there, and none of them for him.
It's gonna be rocking in there.
All
boy.
I'm gonna say. That
bitch gonna be shaking, boy. It's gonna be shaking. I'm disagreeing. I'm disagreeing with all y'all asses, man. What? Yeah. Well, this is one that I'm not in total agreement with. And let me tell you why. And I've been saying this from the beginning.
You're just here to agitate us, aren't you?
Nah. No, for the most part, I be in agreement with a lot of what y'all say. I've been saying this from the get-go. This is Tank stepping outside of his box. He ain't seen nothing quite like Frank Martin, bro. And I hate to bring race into it, but this is a young athletic, you know what I'm saying, black fella. I think who's just as athletic, who has just as good footwork, if not better. Probably matches him on the hand speed. I gotta give Tank the IQ. I gotta give Tank the punching power. Now, do I think Tank wins this fight? Yes, I do. But I also believe that this is one of those fights like a Mario Barrios or a Leo Santa Cruz where Tank cannot allow Frank Martin to get ahead of this fight too much. He can't allow Frank to rack up these rounds because he just might not get that KO. And my prediction is it goes the distance and somehow Tank wins on the cards. I don't think he knocks out Frank Martin. I think Frank Martin's too good. Let me hear it.
I don't think Frank has seen a level of competition like that, bro.
You stole the words out my mouth.
The last fight that I was there, bro, it was 3 weeks before the Earl and Bud fight. It was last July in the Cosmopolitan. It's in the Cosmopolitan Ball Theater. It's called the Chelsea in Cosmopolitan. I went to that fight. Bro, they let everybody in free area. They let me and 3 other couples behind me. It was 7 people walked in. They seated us because they wanted us to be in front of the Showtime camera. The fight started. Guess what? I had to get up 3 times because I was sitting on the aisle. I had to get up 3 times. You know why I had to get up 3 times, Heavy?
Let somebody in?
To let the other 3 couples
out.
To leave.
Gosh, oh man.
There were people leaving. Frank has not even had the representation to support him for what he's going to come against next weekend.
Ain't got nothing to do with skill, man.
Till just seen Ryan Garcia, and now you think everybody got a chance. He believes. But we know reality.
Say what?
Bro.
Hold on. What'd you say, Punch?
I said you just seen Ryan Garcia do the upset of the century, so you believe, but nah, nigga. Ain't no upsets. Ain't no upsets on that night.
No, this ain't got nothing to do with Ryan or nothing, man. This is just me from what I feel like I've observed from Frank Martin. That's all.
No, I'm fucking with you.
And also looking at past opponents of Tank Davis. I think that plays a very important role in looking at what he's facing next. And then coming off a nice, hefty, long layoff.
Quick question.
Maybe I'm just giving Frank too much credit.
Yeah, I got questions too, RC. You go first.
Go ahead, RC.
So you telling me you using Frank's pass opponent versus Javante Tank Davis's pass opponents? Is what you telling me to make that
No,
assessment?
I'm looking at Tank Davis pass opponents to make an assessment on how he may look versus somebody who doesn't look anything like those guys in the Frank Martin.
Okay, now let me ask you a question. Does Frank Martin beat Pitbull Cruz to you?
I think he could outbox Pitbull Cruz for 12 rounds. Yeah,
I ain't asked you that.
And
I said do it to beat him.
Yeah, I think he could beat Pitbull. Yeah.
You think Frank Martin could beat Mario Barrios?
Yeah, I think Frank Martin could beat the Mario Barrios.
Hey, bro. Hey, I'll let you go with that. Go ahead, DJ.
I was with you too, Barrios. Barrios too heavy right now for him. Damn.
Well, no, I'm just saying back when he was 140.
Yeah,
I'm just saying back when he was 140.
I understood what you were saying, RC.
Oh,
yeah.
My bad.
Go ahead, DJ.
So, Tio's made his big statement there, or a statement. I don't know how big it is. I'm going to direct this one at Slick. How confident are you that you feel like to date, that you've seen the best performance out of Tank that he's ever going to give? Because if the answer's no, and he's got different gears for better and different fighters, we won't know that until he actually gets in the ring with better fighters. So do you think that you've seen the best of Tank yet?
No. Because his last 3 fights, well, I might be sending him out of order. Leo Santa Cruz, right? He learned how to time.
What are
you talking about?
Last three is rolling.
No. I just said I might be sending him out of order.
Okay, my bad. Go ahead. My bad.
But I learned watching with Leo Santa Cruz, he learned how to time. He started watching ticks. Then after that, it became nothing but timing for real. When it came to the long arm thing with we just said his name. What his name was? Barrios, right? When he wanted to test that, once he figured out how to get up under them punches, it became inevitable that he learned how to really use his legs, right? After that, it became a combination of both. And now you see, he's just letting people come to him, right? You seen it with Rolly, you seen it with Ryan. I'm telling you, the boy deadly. And he just now starting to put it all together. Now, this is the thing, though. I got to agree with Heavy Bag on this. He hasn't seen a fighter like Frank, right? He hasn't been in there with a straight boxer, though. But that's like adding. I feel like it's just going to bring more out of Tank. You know what I'm saying? Because Tank IQ is something different, bro. Like, he's not just what we hear. A lot of us judge him by the way he talk and all that stuff. He got a pretty good boxing IQ, and he's definitely taking assessments in that ring. And once he put it together, I just think it's going to be over. He going to land that perfect punch. I don't think it's going to knock Frank down. For some reason, I feel like it's not going to knock him down. But Frank, after that, going to start walking to all shit. He not going to know what to do. So, no, I don't think we seen the best of Tank. You know what I'm saying? The names might not seem as on a grandstand as people want, but I could say this. Everybody that he fought, right, has been in some sort of the champions. But what I'm saying is, but everybody he has fought has brought something to the table for him to learn off of. He's not just eating and not learning. You get what I'm saying? Even with Rolly, bro.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Rolly was pushing his ass back. He had to learn like shit. This mother, he even said it. This nigga could pop. You know what I'm saying? He had to figure out how to deal with that. You know what I mean? So I don't think we see the best of Tank at all, man. I just think Tank will end up being one of the world-class fighters until he hit a certain age where his body not going to let him stay at 135.
Yeah.
So I asked that question because I'm guilty of measuring two opponents off their, I suppose, not recent, but, their last 3 or 4 fights, right? Mm-hmm. Depending on how good their opponents are. But when you look at someone like Tank and you go, well, it could be argued that maybe he hasn't had the strongest opponents in all instances. But until such time that he actually gets in there, how good is good, I suppose, if I want to state it that way. And if he's got more gears left in him by way of IQ, by way of adjusting his boxing style and strategy, we all know the power's never going to go away. So this is one of those times where I've just said, well, considering we haven't seen a lot in the broader scheme of things of Tank, what actually does he have in the toolbox? Because if we think we've seen all these tools in the toolbox already, it might become a different conversation on how, I might try and see how two fighters come together. But I'm glad you sort of said you reckon that he's got a bit more. And there's every potential, Tio, that you might see that little bit more against Martin. Sometimes you can only perform as well as your opposition. Anyone can look good against a bum.
Yeah, right. But I this somehow this is how I analyze fights. Like people, and RC can tell you this. Isaac Cruz was on 2 of Tank's fights, pay-per-views, right?
Undercards, yeah.
Undercards. And he was knocking people out. And I forgot who he was supposed to fight, but the guy that had pulled out or whatever.
Rolly Romero.
Right, Rolly. And I got on here and I was like, yo, why he just don't fight Isaac Cruz? And lo and behold, the next day they actually picked that dude. You know what I'm saying? And the reason I picked Isaac Cruz, I told RC was like, you think he really? I said, yeah, this is going to be probably his toughest fight. Didn't I, RC? Reason being, same height. He was short. He was short. And Tank had never fought nobody his height. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
There's a difference when you're a shorter fighter used to shooting up instead of going straight across. But when that fight took place right there, I bullshit you not. I hit RC up, and before this fight, let me make this clear. I wasn't sold on Tank, was it?
No, you said he couldn't box.
I said, I ain't never seen the man box. I said, all I see him want to do is knock your ass out. I ain't never seen him box. But that fight showed me right there, the way he pulled that fight out after he hurt his hand, I said, shit, they got them one.
That was the fight.
Sold.
That was the fight for me that solidified the IQ of Tank Davis.
Yeah, for real.
Because if you can remember, he also hurt his hand in that fight.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's why I really wanted that rematch, because I wanted to see what a two-handed Tank would be able to do
a lot of
down the stretch.
Casuals understood how good of a boxer he was after that fight.
Yeah. But Tank even said it. You want to fight him again? Hell no.
Hell no. Yeah. I remember that.
That shit was tough. He said, hard ass head. Shit. He was hitting with everything, you know?
And
so
DJ,
go ahead. I'm sorry.
Don't get it twisted, man, for a second, because I just may give Tank more credit for his IQ than a lot of people, because it's good to have the power, but in a lot of these cases, Tank has the IQ to set it up. Mm-hmm. If you really look at his last fight versus Ryan Garcia, which I kept telling people it was going to be an easy fight, look at the way that he sets it up. You know what I'm saying?
Go to the one before that. He fought in DC against Hector Garcia. He beat him blind.
He set the power up, and that shit takes
he quit.
IQ to make people step in that
when
shit.
I put that in.
For real. And that's why I guess I'm riding a little high on. And listen, again, I'm not saying Frank beats Tank. I still think Tank wins this fight on the cards. I just don't think he knocks him out. I think this is going to be completely different. And then again, I'm factoring in the layoff and everything else that I can assess in this particular fight to say that Tank doesn't get the knockout. And it reminds you, do you guys know the last person Tank didn't knock out? Or let me say this, knocked out at the very last second?
I know the last one he was
right?
He the 12th round, the last guy he seen the 12th round with.
That was
early in his career.
That was Pitbull.
Yeah, he went 12 with Pitbull.
No, before that.
Yeah, I was say they had to be early in his career. This was Chubby Tank for that, right?
It was Gamboa.
Right.
Okay.
Boxing ass Gamboa who was past his prime. Tank got the knockout, but he didn't get the knockout to the 12th round.
True.
I was like, damn, this is, it's going to be one he don't knock out. It was boxing ass, athletic, footwork Gamboa, past his prime.
True.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
Maybe, but this fight is gonna show how durable Frank is, bro.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And I ain't gonna lie, like I believe he's durable just from that Michelle fight. Michelle was big in that fight, bro, and he made Michelle Riviera look like shit. So, you know, but
And
I ain't saying Michelle. But
he
Michelle,
was high up on my prospects. Like,
right?
I thought Michelle Rivera was gonna be the next guy.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Made,
like, if you won't
him
ride
look
high on
crazy.
Michelle Rivera, you just wasn't really paying attention to the division, man.
And that's why that was a good. That's why 2 top prospects going at it like that was dope.
Yeah. And the nigga was on PEDs when he beat him.
Yep.
I don't know if y'all knew that, but Michelle Rivera popped.
Yeah.
And Frank washed him.
And he changed weight classes too.
Yeah, he changed weight class.
Yep.
He went up.
He went up.
After that fight, man.
Yep.
Yep.
Sure did.
But I gotta give you my prediction, man.
Oh, go ahead, RC. I'm sorry, brother.
I know. I just forgot. I didn't get a chance to do it. Frank quits on the stool.
What?
Damn.
Man, he is not gonna do that to Earl, bro. Earl gonna beat his ass in the locker room when you do that shit. He ain't doing that.
The refs, and you know it's always controversy every tank fight, right? Every tank fight is always the ref's gonna go to the corner with the doctor. You know the doctor's always coming to play. And the doctor, and he's gonna talk to Frank, and Frank is gonna fail and he's gonna wave it off. He's gonna quit on the stool.
Oh no. Don't say
Oh,
I'm telling you.
I apologize.
Don't say that. Don't say that. No, RC, bro. No.
And what I'm gonna do after Frank quit on the stool, I hope y'all live. I'm gonna take the link because I'm gonna be in the MGM Grand next Saturday night. I want y'all to feel my phone shaking when that boy get on that turnbuckle and do that flip. Now hold up. Am I gonna get y'all clap if I show the flip like that fast? Or I can't show
Calvin said
nothing?
he don't want him doing that flip no more, man.
Oh man, come on, man. Oh, so they won't clap because I'm gonna turn my phone to the ring when he get ready to do the flip.
But he only gonna do the flip.
Now if I'm gonna get y'all clap, I ain't gonna do it.
Hey man, I want to see. Go ahead. I'm with you.
Yeah,
bro, I'll get your channel.
Long as it's quick, it ain't nothing like that. But I'll tell you, he quit on that stool. Earl gonna come through with a slap like. Wow.
What you mean? Earl gonna come through with a slap?
Earl
can't control that.
I don't even know if Earl can beat Frank. Frank might fuck Earl up.
Mark Wynn, that's my camera, man.
Come on, man. Come on, man. But that's my prediction, y'all. He's gonna quit on the stool between 7 and 9.
No.
Okay.
Don't say that.
He ain't gonna want no more.
I'm putting $20 on
He ain't gonna
Frank
want
just in
no
case, though.
Oh yeah, you better hedge that. Well, I ain't gonna say put $20 on Frank to win, but definitely put $20 on the fight to go the distance.
Yeah.
That's what I'm advise.
Yeah.
Now that I got you, RC and DJ, I wanted to revisit something. Great conversation there. Hall of Famer with Deontay Wilder. RC, I definitely wanted to get your thoughts on that. If it's over right now for Wilder, if he never steps back in the ring, does he make it into the Hall of Fame? Do you think he's put together a Hall of Fame career?
Damn. Oh, man. Oh, because that heavyweight division was weak for them 10 years, bro.
And that's what I was saying, yo.
That's the only thing that'll hold him up. Of course, he had 10 title defenses, but you got to think about these two factors that just irks me. The division was weak, and you only held one belt. You could at least unify it. You know what I'm saying?
They wouldn't fight him, man.
I mean, come on. Come on, Deontay. He could have fought. He had some crazy demands, bro.
So you trying to say it was Deontay who didn't want the smoke?
It was Deontay, because Deontay had some crazy demands, bro. He really did. He would have never fought Tyson Fury if Tyson Fury would have came over here. And that was the big thing between AJ and Deontay Wilder. If y'all didn't know, he wanted AJ to come here. And if he didn't want to do a rematch clause if he beat AJ. So there's a lot of things I know personally. I know just here in Las Vegas and word going around that is known to be true that would deem me to say nah. Because there was a lot of people he could have unified, bro. He could have unified. I ain't trying to say undisputed, or at least even get 3. He could have got 2 of them.
You don't think he just?
But he let AJ come get him. Oh wait, go ahead, Slick. I'm sorry.
But you don't think him just having the 10 title defenses, period, though? Like, that ain't never been done before, though.
But see, this is the problem I have with that. He took the WBC and tried to make it greater than WBA, IBF, what's called, right? I'm under the rule, and maybe I'm wrong. A champion is a champion. Every champion should be respected for whatever belt they holding, right? And that's what made boxing, though. Exactly. That's what I'm about to say. That's when Tyson Fury got the belt from Deontay, and he was like, I don't know if I should fight Usyk. I'm the man. I got the biggest belt on them all.
Yeah.
Remember Tyson Fury said that?
But he was a lineal too, though. He was screaming lineal.
But
Tyson Fury.
Okay, that as well. But he was going under that realm of Deontay Wilder, thinking the WBC reigns supreme over all the other little belts out there. I don't really need them. I have the WBC heavyweight champion of the world. I mean, I'm the baddest man in the world.
Well, let's keep it a buck. Most of the fighters out there, they appreciate the WBC a little bit more than everybody else. That's just facts.
That's an interesting show. That's an interesting show, y'all. Just to let y'all know. Because I mean, some people WBC, WBA, IBF. Because if that's the case, Mauricio need to buy everybody else out and just say, I just got one belt.
But I ain't gonna lie, that's the belt everybody want to hold, though.
Yeah.
So
for some reason,
everybody like that.
Ask you, sorry, go Punch.
Go ahead, DJ.
No, I just don't want to interrupt Punch.
Oh, Punch, go ahead, Punch. I ain't even hear him.
Oh no, I was just saying everybody always did have a strange fascination towards that green belt.
Yeah.
And me and I'm honestly speaking, I'm a casual. And go ahead. I'm sorry, Punch. I'm a casual. It's just weird to me, dude. Like, if there's 4 belts that everybody's covering after, that they have a top 10 ranking for each individual, why is this one so special? It just puzzling to a
because
casual.
Because all your champions and bigged it up. And you know,
there you go, Slick.
All your Hall of Famers, all of them that touched it, they all got pictures with it. You know what I'm saying? It's all about optics. If you know, it's Mauricio. When that belt changed hand, where Mauricio at? In that ring.
In the ring, yeah.
He make it, he adds that prestige to it, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, it's the notoriety that goes along with it. Make, you know, that green belt. Every fighter say, I want that green belt, you know, or whatnot, you know, so they get a taste of the WBC.
So should we really give them props?
It's the people that's on it that held it, like the Tysons and the Alis and the niggas that really made the belt popular.
Right.
So absolutely.
All right. Mike got a shirt with it across his,
Yeah.
I used to have it across his chest.
When you get the belt, you get those faces on it. You get the Sugar Rays and the Muhammad's and the Tysons. All those they faces are on that belt.
Yeah.
Well, some of the people you named had the other ones.
Huh?
Some of the people you named had the other ones too.
Yeah, they had the other ones, but that green belt is what made them popular. Because the guys before them, Mike saw the guys before him hold that belt high.
And the green one was before. It was the WBA, then it was the WBC. Yeah. So it's older than the other two, even though the WBA is the oldest.
Right.
But the WBC been around a long time.
And there's 5 belts at that. Just don't nobody show love to
IBO. I know about the IBO, nobody does care about.
And in a minute they will, because it's too easy to become 2-time disputed and shit. Watch,
they care about it a little bit because your boy what's his name from Australia just fought.
Yeah, he won. Yeah, he said, I know y'all don't care about this belt, but I like this belt. I saw that shit.
Started to see more and more.
Hey, that's what's up though. I was like, that's right. That's what's up. Fuck.
He went and got that. Yeah, even though he wasn't supposed to take it from Maxie Hughes, but
yeah, I was like, fuck that. You a champ.
Though, like, they're holding it up more and more. You see, the chicks that started to defend it more and more too. I'm liking it. Like, let the IBO shine.
Man, it's already too many damn belts, man.
Because it's
but to answer your question, I'm gonna say no, because you have a belt that's kind of propped up belt, and you have all these title defenses that you handpicked. You wasn't even. I mean, come on, bro. I just say no because I know the WBO, the WBA, all these writers and all that vote you into the Hall of Fame know these stories that I know that you had an opportunity and you didn't take it, or you had some crazy demands. I'm talking like y'all. When I say crazy demands, almost like the Canelo "I'll fight Benavidez for 200 million" demands.
And I got to get some.
Deontay been doing that since 2014.
Well. I got this snippet where I'll send it to you, RC, where Lou DiBella had got him $100 million deal with his own, but he said somebody at PBC talked him out of it. Told him that's the spending money they give Mayweather to train.
See what I'm saying? You turn it down $100 million to unify, brother.
Yeah.
I say no. Just to answer the question.
Yeah, let me ask you a different question. I asked these guys, I'm not sure if you were here or not, but it was definitely before you jumped up on panel.
Yes, sir.
In my mind, forgetting about how you get nominated and those sorts of things, what does Hall of Fame in your mind, right, mean to you? So for me, for example, it means that in any sport, not just boxing, in any sport, in combination of worldwide notoriety or being famous worldwide, in, I suppose, parallel to some of your achievements, you're a name that I don't need to look up on a list to remember, right?
Mm-hmm. Correct.
So in the context of boxing, and look, I'm going to have a bit of a cheap shot at some of you, well, not you guys personally, but in the United States, too quickly, some measurements, like if you have a look at baseball, World Series, well, no, it's the fucking United States series. So I don't want, well, it wouldn't feel proper if someone like a Wilder gets introduced and accepted into the Hall of Fame based on what he's done in America only, as you know, as a bit of an example. So when I ask you, what does Hall of Fame mean to you, without asking someone else and looking at other boxes in the past, does Deontay Wilder, is he going to be, in your definition, going to be one of those people that you're happy for him to sit up there with all the other greats? Is he effectively an immortal of boxing, I guess?
That's crazy. That's a good question. And I'm gonna say this, and like I say, I think I mentioned it before in this podcast as I jumped on. I'm gonna mention it again. I am a casual. I don't follow boxing. Number one, my number one is football. So when you say other sports that really like reel me in, for Deontay Wilder to get in the Hall of Fame would have to be, for me, when I think of the Hall of Fame, would have to be equal of Deion Sanders being in the Hall of Fame for football, or Tom Brady being in the Hall of Fame for football. And Deontay Wilder is not on that level.
But no, man, because you got to look at some of the other niggas that's in the Hall of Fame for football that ain't nowhere close to Deion and Tom Brady, bro.
I mean, but they was great. See, football is weird.
Mercury Morris is a Hall of Famer, bro.
But I'm about to tell you why. This is the strange thing about football. You're going to agree with me. You could be the number one stat leader of that team, the history of that team. Say your team is the Washington Redskins, and I'm just saying it merely because you're from that area, right?
Yeah.
Just because you have all these stats and all these league leading things for the Washington Redskins, you know you can get into the Hall of Fame. You know that, right?
Yeah, but you mentioned two icons of the goddamn sport, bro.
But see, I don't think about the little tiers you talking about, like the Mercury Morrises and stuff like that.
Wait, the Hall of Fame.
But he's saying my definition of the Hall of Fame. Mine.
Okay, got you.
Because if I was running the Hall of Fame, Mercury Morris wouldn't be there. You know what I'm saying? So just in the context of DJ's question, I'm just gonna say no, because my Hall of Fame is top tier, top shelf. Like, I'm gonna use a Washington Redskins guy, Darryl Green. Nobody couldn't outrun him. and nobody couldn't play with him.
So basically, you're saying that, like, if you're not on the level of like Muhammad Ali and Mike Tyson, then no.
Dude, it's like what DJ explained. It's got to be a name that's unforgettable from generation to generation to generation.
Right.
Right.
Shouldn't that be the Hall of Fame though? Punch Drunk?
Yeah,
Not for me,
right,
but I
right.
get it.
I get it, but like I think he did enough to get in there. Like I believe he did enough because heavyweights was boring. I started watching them again strictly because of him, not because of Tyson Fury, Usyk, Joshua,
Right?
Klitschko, none of that shit.
All right, so that's
If
why I
you,
say he deserves to get in there because he breathed life back into the heavyweight division when it was boring as hell. And at first, the heavyweight division ran off. So
But I got a quick question.
Before that question, RC.
Go ahead.
Let me put this in context though. For what we are to boxing is what RC is to football.
right.
So like, I don't know none of that shit he just said about football. I don't even know the guy y'all mentioned.
I was with him.
So, but at the end,
I get it what he's saying.
but for no, I'm on something different. So for us, what I'm trying to say is I'm a casual to football.
Right.
He's a casual to boxing. So for a lot of casuals, they may not remember a Wilder, but I would, because this is what I watch. This is my primary sport that I watch.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
yeah,
I would think the hardcores would remember Deontay Wilder
and
versus casuals. Now I can't tell you who went in the last Hall of Fame class was in no year of football. I watch it, but I can't tell you none of it.
That's a good point, Slick. That's a good point because the Boxing Hall of Fame is who that matters to, which is the boxing fans.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's who that shit matters to.
And I agree with all that. And I think listening to all three of you, and even a couple of Punch Drunk's comments there, I like the idea of a Hall of Fame. To me, right, it means the best of the best, and they transcend the sport, right? I wonder whether there's some obligation that people feel that after so many years or each year that they've got to find someone to put in the Hall of Fame. Now, if you begin to actually enter people into that elite of elite category, and you start putting the wrong people in there, you're disrespecting everyone else that got in there that were walk-up starts for Hall of Fame careers, like the Alis and the Tysons.
They do that.
Even Oscar De La Hoya, Floyd, so you can have an outstanding career, and there's no doubt Wilder's probably had one. But there's next level then from outstanding to Hall of Fame.
Well, that's why they divide it. That's why you have a first ballot, and you got a second ballot.
And it's different than that. It go further than that.
And it goes further than that.
And I meant to mention this, and this is for DJ.
Same for football.
There's 2 Hall of Fames. Okay, you got one in Nevada, right? You get in there, cool. The one everybody wants to be in is, what is it, Costa Rica in New York, some shit like that?
No, the boxing Hall of Fame. The one in Nevada you're speaking of, that's just the Nevada State boxing.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly. But what I'm saying is, people get in there though, and they count it as a Hall of Fame. But the one in New York, where you
that's
get your
the
hand
solidified one.
Yeah, the one where you get your hand casted.
That's like the Canton, Ohio football. NFL.
Yeah, that's the one you want to get in. So like,
with the
everybody that's in the Nevada one is not in the one in New York. You get what I'm saying?
I'm about to tell y'all something. You know how you getting into the Nevada State Boxing Hall of Fame? Have 5 main event fights on the script.
For real?
AB is going to get into the Nevada Boxing Hall of Fame.
Word. Shout out to AB.
Not last. I'm just saying.
But that's what I'm saying though. Like, it's 2 different ones. So they'll be saying I'm a Hall of Famer, but you gotta say where, like which one you in, like you know what I mean, like. Because, like, for instance, like, Bud already in the Hall of Fame for what he did at 140. He already got his fist casted. He already going to New York. It's on video. You can see it. You know what I'm saying?
But I want
But
the Titans in. I want. Oh, my bad. Go ahead, Slick.
Let me
but
say this too.
they do
After,
do what you
Slick.
say, DJ. They do add motherfuckers, and you be like, for real? You know what I'm saying? Because they be looking for motherfuckers. I think the year Roy Jones and all them went in was that, and Mayweather on it. That was one of the best classes ever. You know what I'm saying? Where what nobody I could really argue with why they went in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so
I
I
wanted
guess
to
just
argue
in
this.
simplicity, I just want it to, in my perfect world, I want Hall of Fames to only represent like the elite, generational elites, not
Mm-hmm.
not athletes in any sport that were just really, really good for a period of time.
You talking about superstars that's just household
well,
names.
look, there's classes in any sport, whether it be football, hockey, tennis. Look at one of your swimmers. I reckon he's probably arguably the best Olympian ever in your superfish. What's his name?
Michael
Michael
Phelps.
Phelps.
Yeah.
Michael
Michael
Phelps.
Phelps. So if you look at his record, what did he get? Like 21 gold or 22 gold or something like that?
Yeah, that's
Not
crazy.
in one discipline, not just in freestyle. He got it in medleys and breaststrokes and backstrokes, and you just go and look. He should be the top of the Hall of Fame. So I wanted to represent the 0.001% of athletes.
Athletes.
Just
And I get it.
And I'm okay if nobody actually gets inducted into the Hall of Fame for 10, 15 years because
Damn.
Be right back.
nobody in that discipline, in that sport, meets the criteria to put them in there. I want them to be essentially the gods or queens of their sport.
Wow. And I understand that
That's what
perspective.
the Hall of Fame is supposed to be. I agree.
I to an extent, because for me it's more of I can't mention this sport and, like, let's just say, for example, boxing, right? I can't mention the heavyweight division without eventually saying your name. You know what I mean? You always going to hear the Alis and the Joe Frazier's and the Larry Holmes. And once you start coming up to currently, you're going to think about from 2005 to 2025. And you're going to mention Deontay Wilder. You're going to think, hey, this was a guy at one point who was 42-0 with 42 knockouts. This is a guy who didn't start boxing until he was fucking 20, got Golden Gloves, U.S. Nationals, represented at the Beijing Olympics. He placed a medal and started boxing at 20. Then he goes on to have 10 title defenses in a weight class where he was a smaller fighter, where he gave up an average over 20 pounds. We argue about the 3-pound weight advantage Ryan had over Devin Haney. This is somebody for his entire career averaged, his opponents averaged over 20 pounds fighting him. And he did it at the top of the level of the sport, whether it was a weak era or not. He was able to do it. So for me, when I add and factor all of that shit in, it's like, damn, even if he isn't first ballot,
Hall of Fame.
Deontay, he belongs in there some goddamn well.
Hey, I never said I agree he wasn't Hall of Fame. I do.
Yeah.
But I also agree that the best of the best belong in there. But I never said I think Deontay Wilder wasn't one of the best. I think he was.
It just
that's just
kills. My bad. It just kills me. He never stepped out of America because just like
Yeah.
how you and Punch Drunk can say that, I don't think DJ can say that. I don't think people in the UK can say that.
I don't represent all of Australia's sport and popularity. Like we're big, no different in some respects to the US, in that we follow our in-country sports and teams, pretty hard, like whatever that sport is, whether it's soccer, AFL, union, rugby league, cricket, whatever that might be. But coming back to it, I would hope that the Hall of Fame is a good representative of worldwide recognition, not just United States recognition, if that makes sense. So
Yeah.
I knew about Deontay Wilder, right? But if someone was to ask me in 2 hours' time, if I was in the pub having a beer and saying, "Hey DJ, you know about boxing?" A little bit. I'm not an expert. I'm definitely, So name some boxers. And I would name probably 10 or 12 boxers in history, current and in history, and none of them would be Deontay Wilder.
That's why he don't deserve to
Probably
be
by
right there.
no, I'm not qualified. I'm not qualified to say whether he should or he shouldn't. Just when I hear Hall of Fame, it means that they're recognised worldwide as the best of the best. That's what I think the Hall of Fame. Now, don't get me wrong, there has to be some level of accomplishment that goes with it. Otherwise, you're just talking about you run the risk of just putting the most popular fighters in the Hall of Fame. And you definitely don't want to do that.
Yeah.
So I, I guess I just asked the question and said, well, look, I'm not qualified. He's obviously had a wonderful and outstanding career. Am I qualified to say that he should have fought Fury? Should he have fought
He did. He just
Joshua?
lost.
Well, okay, in his prime. But,
Yeah.
So all I wanted to do was just get your take on it. And I just
Yeah.
wanted to be objective and say, well, is your take based on what he did in the US, or are you forgetting about what his image and reputation and his notoriety is worldwide? Because Hall of
Right.
Fame should be worldwide, I think.
Right. And I definitely understand that perspective, because even though he didn't travel, he beat a lot of guys from overseas. You know what I'm saying? So, but as far as traveling and spreading your brand, I definitely understand. And I could bring up this is that RC? RC, let me ask you this, RC. Kostya Zoo or you too, DJ Kostya Zoo, Hall of Famer, right? So I could go anywhere right now. I can pretty much guarantee you a lot of people, they don't know, they know something about boxing, but they're casual, so they'll be able to give you the household names. If I mention Kostya Zoo, then they're going to look at me like I'm fucking crazy. But this guy belongs in the Hall of Fame. He had a Hall of Fame run. What he was able to accomplish against Zab Judah alone was remarkable. You know what I'm saying? So when I look, I like to look at the totality of what these fighters are able to do in their respective sports. That's the only way I feel like it's not a popularity contest. It's not about I can go to China and somebody knows who he is. It's about the fans, the real fans of that sport. They know everything you've been able to accomplish and how great you were at doing it and how once you reigned and you reigned supreme,
Well, Pacquiao would be a similar example to Costa Zoo.
Yeah, that's a global icon, man. These are global icons, bro.
But to give some credibility back to the States, there's a couple of things that happen here. Is that it's becoming less and less likely for worldwide notoriety because so many things are on pay-per-view and people just don't buy them, right? So whilst the pay-per-view needs to fund itself for the fighters and the sport and all those sorts of things, I get it. But what it does is it actually restricts the rest of the population from getting exposure to those athletes in that sport. And for so long, that exposure needed to be in the United States. And let's face it, it's probably only been over the last, maybe 5 years that boxing has become, media-wise, probably more looked at internationally. And I think you use Klitschko as an example. And that's a great example, right? Great boxer, but didn't have worldwide notoriety. So if I
by
come
your
back
standards, DJ Kashizu's not a Hall of Famer.
It clearly means different things to different people. And I think
No, I'm saying by your standards.
Oh no, he deserves to be there. But if I was to go and ask a 20-something-year-old in Australia, like just walk the streets of any city and say, "Oh, do you know who this is?" Their eyes would glaze over. They've probably got no clue. But is someone like Felix Trinidad, is he in the Hall of Fame?
Yeah, absolutely.
Right. Julio Cesar, Chavez,
Julio, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, hell yeah.
It's just a difference in the old pronunciation.
Yeah.
Okay, so they're not. How long ago was it that they fight and they're on the tip of my tongue without being prompted or looking at a list? That's how I feel like they belong there. If I can remember them because I'm not seeing them on TV or seeing their name on a list, that's when I feel like they definitely belong there. And I just wonder in 10 years' time, is Deontay Wilder going to be on the tip of my tongue unless somebody brings it up?
Right.
I just think he just haven't done enough in the world, bro. He done enough in America, yes. United States, yes. But outside, I don't think he done enough.
How you gonna say that in the world when he's a Olympic medalist? That's you're fighting the world.
Because I seen the mayhem, and this is, I'm telling my age. I seen the mayhem Mike Tyson had in 1993 when he went to the Egg Dome and fought what everybody thought was a relatively nobody in Buster Douglas.
But he was American too.
But he was a world phenom.
All right. I get it.
He sold out the Egg Dome, the same place that Inoue just fought. He sold it out.
I get what you're saying. He just ain't, like, to casuals, he just ain't reached that level of status. He hasn't.
I just felt like Deontay Wilder didn't step out and test his celebrity.
He doesn't come off as a world beater.
Right. Exactly. That's a good word for thank you, Slick. Appreciate
it. Yeah, I can get that.
I feel like Devin Haney, for what he did in Australia, is almost bigger than Deontay Wilder worldwide.
I get what you're saying.
Give me some context. Give me some context behind that, RC.
Say that again. What did you say? Just say
go ahead.
I feel like RC? Devin Haney, for what he did twice in Australia, in a country he has no fans in, he was minimally known because as Cambosa said, they'd rather see me fight Lomachenko or Tank. But we'll take him, I guess. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. And for what he did twice, internationally, worldwide like that, I think he did more than Deontay Wilder did just by doing that.
In a
sense. But to me, man, it doesn't, I guess for me, it doesn't matter where the fight takes place. Maybe that's.
I just feel you got to put your footprint in other places other than the United States.
For me, I can agree a little bit with them because, like, it does to me. I can't stand when American fighters say they're not gonna go to England and fight, but England fighters come over here and it pisses me off when they come over and fucking dominate. Just like ain't no heavyweight belts over here. All that shit to me that always meant something with the across the pond thing and all that. You know what I mean? Because you think about it, they. Like, I always wanted to know the question.
But ain't there a couple like England fighters who did that too? Like, would not come over to America to fight, like Joe Calzaghe,
Anthony Joshua, Joe Calzaghe,
Yeah,
And-
but
Joshua
Anthony Joshua said here he opened the fight here. He didn't say
But
he
no,
would
Joshua-
fight.
Joshua
if he
came here.
was, he would have been fought here. Yeah, he came
Joshua
here.
came
But
here.
he ain't fight here though. Oh no, hold up.
He fought in
He
New
fought
York.
Ruiz.
He
Did he
showed
fight?
he fought New York.
Ruiz
He did
knocked
fight
him
New
out
York.
here.
He fought in New York.
He did fight New York. You're right.
Who did he fight? Ruiz.
Yeah, he fought Ruiz and got knocked out.
Yeah, in New York.
Yeah, okay, yeah. That was the one he did, yeah.
But I'm saying, I'm not saying they don't have fighters do it, but it's more than any is American fight. They just don't want to go over there. That's why I gave Earl props when he went over beat Kell Brook. He went over there, shook them nerves off, and got that damn belt. You know what I'm saying? Because
Bud too. Bud went
Bud
down
did,
there
right, and
and,
Bud
and
went,
went
yep.
over to cross the pond.
Right, like it means something to beat somebody at home. You know what I'm saying? You know,
Yeah.
and, you know, because especially when like you don't get the opportunity to win their belts.
Oh,
You know what I'm
hold up,
saying?
real quick, man. Shout out my guy Tyree Celestine, man. Finally catching a live, one of the biggest supporters of the channel. Shout out my guy Tyree Celestine, man. Punch with your big dog. Appreciate you, man. I need you to know that. Please know I appreciate you, Tyree.
So this
But yeah, man.
conversation seems to be less about Deontay Wilder and more about, you know, I guess the definition of Hall of Fame.
Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we could probably have a very similar argument that is, in a way, does he deserve his place in the Hall of Fame, and he only fights in Japan? He's
He
not
can get-
traveling around either.
He can get in a Hall of Fame.
Wait, didn't Inoue fight in America
He
before?
gonna get an eye Hall of Fame.
He fought
too.
in Vegas.
He
He fought in Vegas.
Yeah, he
once.
fought in
He
Vegas.
came-
I thought he fought in Vegas.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He
he
gonna
got
get in the
knocked
boxing
out
Hall of
But he
Fame.
only fought
Period.
He
one
had the
time.
fight of the year, yo. He got knocked down twice in that fight. Yeah.
Because he fought what's his name?
Donaire.
Donnell.
And you
fought
was a
Nino Daniels
first
twice.
ballot Hall of
But
Famer. Watch what
that
I
dude-
tell you.
Yeah, he gonna get in there, but I don't think.
yeah, he
See,
getting
now
there.
that's what y'all. That's
He
where I
love
bet.
it.
I don't think he deserves it, but
All the
I mean,
writers
it
and
is.
stuff,
It
they
is
love
what it is.
It's going to be hard for fighters to travel and get that worldwide notoriety when they can get the money that they want and demand in their own backyard. That's the reality. So
Yeah, and that's why I just push back on DJ's perspective of what the Hall of Fame means. You got to just, because at the end of the day, what these got the feats that these guys were able to, you know, these accomplishments, they can't go unnoticed for the boxing, like the real boxing fans. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's who it really means something to. You know,
I got a
about
quick
the
I got a quick
casual
question when y'all
You
finish.
that
gotta
only
understand, bro,
know
10
the
title
popular
defenses
fighters.
precedent. Like 10 title defenses, you probably won't never see that again. Like that's hard to do.
Exactly.
Bro.
Now,
I got a quick question.
that's like Ola Sandek going on a 10 fight run right now. Ola Sandek Usyk. Can he do that? I doubt it.
True.
Go ahead, RC.
But I got a quick question, and this gonna kind of hit close to heavy because he's in a DMV area.
Yeah.
Under Armour, home office, Baltimore, Maryland, correct?
Yep.
You know who they
DMV?
number one? You know who they number one boxing representative is, and he has a multi-million-dollar deal with Under Armour. It's the American Baltimore, Maryland company.
Who? I'm not familiar.
Anthony Joshua.
Man, he's on a big stage,
He's the
man.
face of Under Armour boxing.
How did you know that?
And he has a multi-million-dollar deal annually from Under Armour.
It's worldwide, baby.
So-
Mr. Worldwide.
That's what I'm saying. How can a person that specifically, I want to say he had maybe 1-2 fights in America, flies over here, get the American money, and just go back over there and just stay over there with it?
He could do that. You know why? Anthony Joshua out of all the heavyweights is the guy though.
Yeah.
He may
like
have lost, but he fought everybody. You damn near.
He's in that same conversation with like Ronaldo and them. Like he's like bigger than the sport. He's one of them dudes. Like, it's kinda unfair.
But you can't take away he fought everybody. Like Deontay,
Like,
that
yeah,
guy.
like,
When you bring
like,
Anthony
He
up,
fight
he
Wilder,
fought
but-
everybody.
Well, some
He
people's
damn
fame,
sure
like,
about
Brady,
That's why I said
like,
damn near
some
everybody,
people's
bro.
fame transcend the sport. Like Tom Brady, like some people's fame kind of transcend their sport. Like Anthony Joshua's up there with them. Like he's like that. He's like bigger than boxing. So yeah, he gonna get the deals like that.
Also, he bigger than boxing because of England, bro. Like England and other countries don't look at the sport like how Americans look at the sport. Anthony Joshua lost, he's still a god over there. They still gonna champion him on. It's you know what I'm saying. They don't believe in the if you lose your you garbage. You get what I'm saying? Like
So
a
you
lot of
think?
people here believes.
So you think?
He's larger than life over there, regardless of the fact. You get what I'm saying?
So you think
So
Under Armour was trying to just tap into that UK market by securing him with that big
Hell
deal?
yeah.
hell
Not just
yeah.
the
Yeah,
UK
bro. That's
market.
what they
He's
was
a
doing. Getting some of that
worldwide
UK.
figure.
Worldwide, right.
Not just
He's
UK.
just-
He's motherfuckers love Anthony Joshua everywhere.
Yeah,
Man,
he's
that shit.
marketable.
Look how much buzz Anthony Joshua had got when he came on and started fucking with Derrick James.
Well, guess what, y'all? He'll qualify just to me, in the Hall of Fame before Deontay Wilder.
Well, you could say that just off the fact that he fighting all the heavyweights.
Hang on.
No.
What would you just say, RC?
I would say AJ should get into the Hall of Fame before Deontay Wilder. Just like AJ is fighting all these heavyweights, Deontay Wilder did for the last, 10, 15 years, right?
But you got to have the Hall of Fame's got to represent some of your success, right? Like, to be fair,
He
I don't
was successful. He unified.
mate. If you get knocked out by Andy Ruiz, I'm just
But
saying,
dude,
maybe you don't
he-
deserve
he
to
got-
be
he
in the
got-
Hall
he
of
got his
Fame.
cookies-
He got his cookies back. He got his cookies back 180 days later.
He
Him
did. He
and
got his cookies
Tyson-
back. He
Him
did.
and Tyson Fury punched their ticket when they beat the Klitschko's, man.
I'm
Man,
just
he
saying,
did.
Mr.
His
DJ,
ticket-
180 days later, he got his cookies back. All three of them.
Joshua and Fury punched their ticket with that Klitschko win, bro.
Well,
Bottom line.
I'm gonna be honest with you, Joshua. That was Joshua. Putting the world on notice fight for him.
Tyson Fury too.
You know, Tyson Fury was already banging around, and his night. Well, I knew about him before he.
I don't know.
got
There's a
Klitschko.
lot of hype when he won that gold medal, man. You could say,
You
you don't
know.
know if he is. We already kind of knew who Anthony Joshua was. It was kind of expected for him to win the title.
No, that's what. No, I know. I didn't say we didn't know. We didn't know about him when he fought Klitschko. I said that was his putting everybody on notice fight. You know what I'm saying? Like as if I'm here, like
Man, the
I have arrived.
Klitschko's-
Ain't nobody fucking with me.
The Klitschko's ran boxing for a decade, bro.
Right.
It was when they beat the Klitschko that put everybody in. When you really start saying, all right, hold on, goddammit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
Right, I mean-
absolutely.
But I mean, Tyson beat him before that. Beat him before him though. That's why I said that was his putting the world on notice fight. He didn't beat him first.
So I think I might have just. I want to adjust something if I can. I want to renege on a perspective that I've just been doing a bit of homework while I'm talking to you guys. The UK in 2022, right, had 66.97 million. Right.
Uh-huh.
What's the current population round figure of United States?
Billions, isn't it? I don't know.
I think it's like 350 million, something like that.
Yeah. So Australia's got 26, almost 27 million. So even in Japan, I think it would be 40 million. So even if you add Australia, UK, and Japan, for example, together, when I talk about worldwide notoriety, I'm working off the theory that eyes and ears total, the amount of eyes and ears total know people. If 350 million people in the United States know who Deontay Wilder is, that's more people than 3 other countries put together. So maybe I'm thinking about adjusting, maybe some
Don't do
more
that, DJ.
criteria.
Don't do that. You know why? Don't know why not to do that, Mr. DJ?
Yeah, do that,
Because
DJ.
Everybody
Do
in
that.
America know who
333 million in America.
But
Okay.
I'm gonna say this though. Boxing is ranked number 8 in all the sports in the United States.
Yeah, it's the lowest.
Well, that's
We-
because your marketing and greed fucking just eats itself from the inside out.
Right. Yeah, it's the lowest sport on the total.
I mean, there's a large contingent, and everybody on this panel from the United States can agree. There's a large contingent of Americans that actually want to abolish boxing. They're saying it's brutal, it's
barbaric.
aggressive.
Yeah.
Because we had boxing on CBS and NBC, and
Right.
people don't know the reason why is they brought it to Congress and said that school fights went up on Mondays after these NBC and CBS telecasts went up by a certain percentage, and that they should not be shown, and which is causing the children to be violent in schools after watching such programs.
Right.
So NBC and CBS and Fox stopped showing it on regular television.
It'll
See,
never be
at
as
least
popular as most
least
of
the
the sports
same
anyway.
people
You gotta
that
go
think
ahead,
it's
DJ.
fair for. Are these the same people that think it's fair for a genetically born male to go and compete against female and box? You know,
Uh-huh.
I just
Uh-huh.
don't read into that. Half the world wakes
I
up and
mean,
just finds something
but
to
guess what?
complain about.
Our Congress folded and demanded that these television entities or expect fines and all kind of lawsuits. They was going to just let go towards CBS and NBC, which is Paramount, Peacock, and Fox. They was going to let people have that and start blaming them for this. Also, I forgot to mention this. They also did a study with across the United States of domestic violence calls. They equated that to boxing as well. That women were calling because they were being abused after these fights. The men were so hyped. So boxing gets a bad rap here, bro. They really do.
So I'm not sure how old you are, and I'm not asking you to tell me, but I can remember 2 or 3 decades ago when they actually were trying to attribute heavy metal music to violence as well.
Exactly.
So,
Well, they do that
they
to
did
rap
that
music.
here.
They do that to rap music.
It was
Yeah.
rock first. It was the blues, then rock, and not rap.
Whingers will always be whingers.
Yeah,
Right. But our
absolutely.
United States government did fold and caused it not. If for you to view it here, you either have to have a cable subscription or you have to pay it for it.
Yeah, and to be honest, man, you got to be able to stomach the sport as well. A lot of people just can't stomach it. It's like the UFC, a lot of these sports, combat sports. You got to be able to stomach. A lot of
I mean,
people,
you had to stomach Zoo Fundora. You had to stomach that.
yeah, hell yeah. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely.
I'd pay double to watch that shit again.
All right, guys. I got one more.
Yeah.
I'm gonna shift gears one more time, man. Got about 15 minutes before I get up out of here. And I wanted to go over this last subject real quick while I got everybody. October. Some of y'all probably already know what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
October, it appears that we got a fight. I wanted to get y'all's thoughts and feelings. Well, it hasn't been confirmed and announced just yet, but all fingers are pointing that way. Earl Spence Jr., Sebastian Fundora for the WBC strap in October. Definitely want to get those thoughts. And I also want to see how you guys feel about, out of nowhere, the WBC ranking Earl Spence Jr. number 1 in their 54 rankings, man, in that particular sanctioning body. RC, I got to start with you. Spill it on us, bro.
All I gotta say, boxing politics at its best. Earl Spence, who has not did 1 second of 1 round in the 54 division, is the number 1 contender, unseating Erickson Lubin. I don't know if he paid for that spot. You know how you go to the barbershop and just pay for a spot because you don't want to wait? Maybe it's that. But that's all I got to say about it.
And I urge everybody who's listening and even on the panel, go and check it out, man. The rankings for the WBC has Earl Spence, who hasn't campaigned at 54 and got washed in his last fight at 47. He's smack right there at number 1.
Yep.
I don't do lines, fam.
Yep.
That shit makes no
sense, bro.
Punch Drunk, I'm not sure if you saw or heard about this news. What's your initial thoughts on Earl Spence being ranked number 1 for the WBC, and he'll be fighting Sebastian Fundora for the WBC title next?
Man, when I was reading it, man, I was scratching my head like, how did this nigga jump to the top of the line after just getting smashed like that?
He don't do lines, Sam.
Hey, my guy got some friends in high places, bro, to just appear number 1
Al
on the
Hammond.
WBC list out of nowhere as a Magic and somebody cast a fucking spell, bro. I don't know what
Al
happened
Hammond.
that made yo the way Earl just jumped the line like this, bro. Like yeah, right. Like bam, I'm up here. Like whoa. It wasn't fair, but it's not surprising. The PBC always pulling shit like this, but I think it's a mistake getting in there with that giant monster. I don't think Errol's going to win one round of this fight, and we're going to witness
God
the
damn.
retirement of Errol Spence. I ain't me hating because I'm a Bud Crawford fan, because you know I rub that in everybody's face real hard when he got smashed. But no, I really think that fight changed him.
Pause.
Yeah, I think that fight changed him, bro. You know what I mean? And we about to see the retirement of Errol, unfortunately. I thought we was going to talk about the Miracle Man coming back. I'm more interested in that than talking about goddamn Errol Spence. But yeah, you know, yeah, Danny Jacobs, man. I thought we was going to talk about that. Like, but okay.
I thought he was gonna go with Bivol Better Be for October, but hey, he went with Earl.
That's
Yeah.
like, you know what I mean? I don't give a damn about Errol's been
What?
jumping the line, but like I think the retirement front are gonna wash Errol. Like, we gonna watch the retirement.
Yeah, nothing about that is phenomenal. What's phenomenal about this is Earl Spence being the ranked number one ranked
That's crazy.
contender. That's
All
crazy.
right.
Slick 50. Earl Spence is the number one ranked contender for the WBC, and he's fighting Fundora next. How you feel about that, boss?
Man, all I can say is he knew months ago. God damn it. Bud was tweeting, said, you got to get in the back of the line. That boy tweeted back, I don't do lines.
Oh, do lines.
And he proved right. He don't do lines. He got a special card that get him through any goddamn door that he want. Now he number one. I must agree with everybody on this panel. I don't understand why he's number one. This is where I get mad at the sanctioning bodies for even allowing this shit. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, what do we have rankings for then? Why are these guys working so hard and fighting to climb the rankings if niggas
Erickson Lubin.
right, you know what I'm saying, get hopped over.
Shout out to
Got guys going through 5 eliminators and all of this stuff just to
Erickson
take
Lubin.
one guy. Right. Just to take a guy to hop just like this checkers and hop over him. You know what I'm saying? Like it's man, it's just bad all the way around. You know, like I was trying to explain to somebody, it'd be different if they were still at 147 and he had lost, he would be number one. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But they're not at 147. You have 154. Where in the hell do you have any right to challenge for a belt? That shit don't make any sense. And I know how they going to try to spin it. Yeah, even though, you know, they could have just spent it where Fundora wanted to fight him. They didn't even have to put him number one. He could have chose to fight. You know what I'm saying? And all the sanctions bodies that do is just step back. We used to them not forcing no mandatories. They choose to pick when they want to force a mandatory. You know what I'm saying? But no, you want to go and show your ass and make him number one. Now, that's not to say that Earl garbage, but goddamn, man, it don't make any sense now.
Don't make any sense.
It's like now you like say you want to piss on my head and tell me it's rain. That's bullshit. Fuck all that. Make the shit fair. Make the shit. It ain't never gonna be fair. But I'm saying, man, just
Slick
don't put it in my face.
He's
Yeah, for real.
No rules, man.
Don't put that
Dump
shit
the
in my
line,
face like that. I remember the days where you had to figure out what the fuck was going on. Now I don't gotta fucking figure out what's going on. All I gotta do is pay attention. It's right there in my goddamn face.
No,
You know
real
what I'm
quick.
saying? They don't give
I'm
a
the
damn.
one that let Slick know this happened. Y'all should have saw Slick reaction when I first texted to him.
Oh my god, bro, this shit was fucking
Hey,
stupid.
I think
horrible.
I think I texted to you, huh, Heavy?
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
You the source.
You text me and I
You
said
the source.
bullshit. When you text me, I said bullshit. Now
Same
when look,
thing
I
I
said
said.
motherfucker. I said this dude was
Y'all did
bullshit.
have the same reaction, yes.
Yeah, man.
But at the end of the day, man, you know, I think they just trying to throw a monkey wrench. They see that Terrence is serious about becoming, you know what I'm saying, undisputed.
Yeah.
And Earl gets that belt. Earl's not fighting Bud, bro.
They got 2 roadblocks, Jamel and Earl.
Yep. I'm telling you.
DJ, let me get DJ's thoughts on it. DJ, how do you feel about this one, man, if you're interested in this one at all?
Well, when you posted this on your channel, I sat down and I started writing nothing short of an essay on this, and I thought, no, I'm not posting this. But look, just follow me for a minute. So I don't begrudge Errol Spence personally, professionally, or him moving to 154. All right, let's just make that a statement. Errol, do whatever you want. The significant difference that I see in a couple of areas is that Bud had when we're talking about Crawford enacting his super champ status to get a title shot at 154,
Mhm.
Yeah.
Errol didn't have that super champ status to enact anything.
Right.
Now, I'm suspicious of a couple of things. I think that Errol's looking to retire. And given that PBC aren't funded from Amazon Prime, that they've got to fund all their promotions and everything else other than the broadcast, that they're looking for a way to give Errol a financial payout, whether it's this fight with Fondora or the next one, right? So that he can get off contract out of the stable and he can go and have a well-earned break. Well done, terrific career. The other part that seems to be missed in this is that Samson, Fondora's manager, if you remember way back when, said that he wasn't able to medically fight before November or December because of his nose operation. Well,
Mm-hmm.
that was apparently preventing him from having the rematch with Tim Tszyu. But now that
Which
they've
they
dodged
agreed to do.
yeah, well, verbally or depending on who you ask, Glenn
Yeah.
Jennings
Verbally,
or
verbally.
Verbally.
yeah. Um, and so all of a sudden, that medical restriction that wouldn't allow him to prepare and properly fight before December, possibly January next year, is thrown straight out the window, and he can get straight back in there with Errol. This for the rankings. Look, to be honest, to all of you and anyone listening, I couldn't give two stuffs about the rankings. It's just a farce. It doesn't mean anything. It's a week to week. Who wants to fight who can get the best money. It just, those rankings, to your point, Slick, they've lost all credibility.
Right.
So for me now, I don't go off any rankings. I only look at them just to actually see who's where and doing what and remind myself of the names in the division. I don't, it really doesn't matter if you look at history, whether you're number one or number five. If you're number five, you can get a title shot in front of number one. That's been happening for years.
Yeah.
So don't care about the rankings. That's just garbage. It shouldn't be, but it is at the moment. And I'm actually, to be honest, I'm actually not sure that Errol can beat Fondora.
That's a great segue to my next question. Can Errol Spence beat Fondora, given another long layoff, given the type of punishment he suffered at the hands of Bud Crawford? And mind you, all of the excuses came out in the loss versus Bud Crawford. Car accidents, eye surgeries, etc., etc. And now here you are moving to a bigger weight class versus somebody like a Sebastian Fondora, who, mind you, had a ton of success against an Erickson Lubin and some of the top 54 guys out of there, and just got out of a war with arguably the best guy at 54 in a Tim Tszyu. RC, you giving Errol Spence much of a chance of beating Fondora?
I'm about to give all y'all a Christmas present. All the rewatch game and everybody. This for Christmas, y'all. It's gonna be an early Christmas present because it's going out in October. Earl Spence by stoppage. I'm not saying it because I'm an Earl fan, because I'm not an Earl fan. I just stay in Las Vegas. Wink, wink. Because I'm gonna tell y'all something, and I'm gonna give you a little definition of why I say that. Say y'all, he didn't skip the whole 154 for nothing. Think about that.
Man.
And Merry Christmas, everybody.
I'm gonna wait till my turn to emphasize some things on that and elaborate. Slick, you giving Errol Spence much of a chance versus Sebastian Fondora, or just when he just goes in there like RC is suggesting and stops Fondora?
Man, any man with two hands got a fighting chance, but fuck no. Earl better lose his fight, bro. Fedora better beat his ass. For real, bro. Cause okay, that shit just don't make no sense. He go in there and beat the shit out of fucking Fondora. What the fuck was wrong with you, fought Terrence? It's
Hey,
not gonna
man.
make. It's not gonna make any sense. It's not gonna make any sense to me if this shit happens. And I'm pretty sure to a lot of other people, it's just not, bro. It's not. This is a harder feat. Now, if I take everything out of what RC said, what he said, just take it on my head. He can, if he had more tools, he can capitalize on Fundora mistakes, his little fundamental mistakes. You get what I'm saying? We all saw Tim Zoo coming on before his head got cracked. You get what I'm saying? And all of that. But at the end of the day, I really, 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 really believe Fundora's gonna take this match, bro. I think he's gonna take this match. I believe Earl don't have enough tools in the toolbox.
Earl not in this fight
He
for
don't have it.
nothing.
I mean, I get that, but I'm just saying, if it's a legit fight, I'll say that it's legit.
Well, hold
He
up.
just don't have enough.
We-
He lives behind a jab. His head reaches over his feet. And I know he capping talking about he ain't got a trainer right now. I'm hoping he capping talking about he ain't got no trainer right now. You better have one. You know what I'm saying? Or take your purse money you finna get from Frank and give it to Derek James, and y'all better get back together. You know what I'm saying? Because you gonna need something. You gonna need something more than a jab. I'm telling you, to work your way in against that tall guy. But no, like I say, any man with two hands got a fighting chance. But I don't see it. I don't see it. Will he have some success? Yeah. Yeah, definitely if Tim Zoo was able to crack his nose open. You know what I'm saying? But you saw it didn't stop the boy.
I dig it. Punch drunk. You're giving
Bro,
Earl
T.O.
Spence a shot in hell
T.O.
versus Fundora.
It's pissing me off, bro. Like, you notice I've been trying to stay calm throughout this whole thing, bro. Like, notice I ain't made no videos on my channel in a while because my fucking blood pressure was getting high. My wife made me fucking chill the fuck out, bro, because I'm tired of these goddamn boxing bodies. We got goddamn Al Heyman acting like the fucking Sultan from Great White Hype, pulling fucking strings. Hey, Mauricio, get in here
Jackson?
and get Earl to the top of the fucking
Right.
line. They pulling this fucking bullshit all over again. See, bro, I was trying to be calm, bro. I was trying, man. So now we got my man RC over here talking about, oh shit, bro. I got a Christmas present for y'all. So that's telling me that there's some way, somehow, Errol Spence is gonna beat this tall ass, unfair,
And this is a
150-pound
and this is a PBC promotion.
You know what I
Cheat
mean?
code.
Why? Because the fucking the PBC got their fucking hands in everybody's goddamn pocket because of this crooked ass motherfucker in the background fucking up everything. All because they try and get back at Terrence Crawford because they fucked up their meal ticket, bro. It's pissing me off, dog.
And one more thing, who you think PBC is more invested in?
I tried.
Fundora or Earl?
Oh, because they want to put Earl back into fucking place he was because on the top of the mountain because Crawford came and kicked this punk ass off and Al Heyman can't let it go. So what am I trying to do? I'm going to throw roadblock after fucking roadblock in the motherfucking way and keep doing whatever I can because we know this is really about Terrence fucking Crawford. You hating ass old bastard. Okay, I got to chill.
He ain't lying, though.
You goddamn right.
Hey, shout out to you, Punch Drunk. You ain't lying.
Bro, I tried to you. I apologize.
I ain't mad at you, brother. I ain't mad at you. Let it out, man. Let it. This
Fuck
is a
them
safe,
niggas. Errol Spence is
safe
gonna get his
space.
ass whooped if this shit ain't rigged. I'm hitting mute again now. I'm hitting mute.
That boy
Now I'm going
Punch.
back to my happy place. I had to get it out. I
There you
had
go.
to.
Shout out to Punch, bro. He was going in, dog.
Punch releasing. Good. It's okay to release, Punch. I feel your pain, bro. DJ, all the way from down under, man. Earl Spence, Sebastian Fundora. You're giving Spence a good chance versus Sebastian, a 6'6" towering inferno.
I'm trying to compose myself. God, you made me laugh, Punch. I was having a
Merry
moment.
Christmas, y'all.
Yeah, I was buckled over. You know, I'm not even sure. Like, tell us what you really think.
Right?
Oh, shoot, bro.
How do I want to come at this? I actually don't want to write off Errol completely. But here's why I say this is I'm not discrediting Fundora, but I'm still not convinced. Who did he knock out? It was a couple of fights ago. Was that Ramos that he knocked out?
Who?
Fundora.
No, he got knocked out by
He got
Mendoza.
knocked out by
No,
Mendoza.
he got knocked out by Mendoza. Yeah, I know that. But a couple of fights before that, I think he
Yeah, he stopped a few people. I think it was Ramos he stopped.
Ramos
He stopped Erickson Lubin.
Yeah, so I don't know how to play this other than, look, I agree with Punch. Like, this is just political, just selfish, childish bullshit.
Merry Christmas.
The PBC, well, that's how it appears anyway as a fan to me, that just saying, look, you're still crying and you've taken it personally that Bud's left your stable, and so did everyone else. Canelo left there, and who's old mate at 147 that went to DAZN just recently.
Boost.
Boots, Ennis. Yeah.
You know, so look at yourself in the mirror and work out why you're losing, your best draw cards rather than blaming everyone else. I think it's going to only be temporary anyway. If they're using Spence for a blocker, potentially for Terence Crawford, if Spence can beat Fondora, I definitely don't think he can beat all of the other top tier 154ers, be it Lubin, be it Zoo, be it all these other guys that are top tier. So I don't think he deserves to be there. And it's pulling the piss out of the sport that we see so many people coming off a loss walk straight into a title shot.
Shout out to Lomachenko.
True.
That's random.
But at least Lomachenko been campaigning at 35.
True.
But dog, you lost and kept your number one ranking.
But but at least he's been there.
Is he gonna fight Shakur now?
No.
Hell no.
Hell no.
Lomachenko, never ready, is off limits to Shakur Stevens. Thank you, sir.
I've been saying for a little while now, and you can check the receipts in either Slick's chat or Heavy's chat, that I reckon that Lomachenko will look for a tank fight.
Jack Catterall is his next fight, sir.
His final hurrah.
Yeah.
I'm just joking about that.
Honestly, I think he'll look to fight Tank after Martin. That'll be his final hurrah. He's getting too old. But there you go. Is he going to be a Hall of Famer too?
I don't know. That's a whole different conversation. But we got. Let me ask you this, DJ. So you believe Fondora wins that fight?
I'm giving him the edge slightly. I don't think he'll dominate. I don't think he'll knock him out. If Bud can't knock him out, Fondora's not going to knock him out, in my opinion. But the hardest thing is no one knows how Errol's going to recover after that ass whooping. And it was a proper ass whooping. He just got schooled from Bud. Whether he was having an off night or whatever, the reality is he got an ass whooping. And how does he recover from that? Because if it's Errol Spence 2 years ago, coming up to 154, fighting Fondora, I'd probably give Errol the edge. Now I just don't know. So I just activity and Fondora hopefully learning. He showed a little bit more against Tim Tszyu by way of tools. I'm putting
the gun to your head, man. You got to give us one.
Fondora.
Fondora. The guns to your head, you going Fondora? I agree with you, man. I gotta say Sebastian Fondora again, coming off such a devastating loss, and then you gotta factor in the inactivity again for Errol Spence. This will be over a year out of the ring, and then all of the excuses everybody's been talking about when it came to Errol Spence losing to Bud Crawford. The accumulation of just destruction of Errol Spence's body. How that can't just somehow automatically go away, right? The car crash happened. The second car crash happened. The first eye surgery happened. The second eye surgery happened. The ass whipping from Bud happened. So all of this stuff can't just automatically fucking go away. And now you moving up fighting a bigger, arguably stronger guy, and with a reach from the back seat. We got to see you get around first, and put together some type of offense. We ain't never seen you fight nobody a specimen like this. So I think it's just too much against Errol Spence in this fight. I want to, because RC is pretty much spot on damn near every time. I want to believe him, but I'm gonna roll with my feelings in this one.
You're not number one ranking for nothing, dude.
I'm gonna go with my feelings in this one and say Fundora wins this fight. All right, man. That is gonna do it for us, man. Hell of a conversation, man. I appreciate y'all, and I know I've been holding out for a minute, man. Thank you guys for waiting on me. I had been having some issues with YouTube and trying to iron that out, man. But we made it, and we got that ball rolling now, man. So we're gonna try and at least knock this out a couple of times out of the week. I want to thank my panel, man. Everybody for being here. GMT Sports, of course, my guy RC, the source out of Vegas, DJ all the way from down, and of course, my guy Timmy's the best. Punch Drunk 412. You guys got some shout outs you want to give before we get out of here?
Hey, man, salute to you, man. Have me on as always, man. Salute to both sides, man, that's watching, man. On your way out, man, hit that like button. Don't forget, man, that should go a long, long way, man. Salute to everybody who jumped on as well, man. I always have a great time every time I'm up here, y'all.
Thank you.
Hey, yo, DJ, RC, nice meeting you guys, man. We got to do this
shit. Same here, man.
Likewise, mate.
T.O., Slick, my guys. You know what I mean? I got to come on.
My guy.
It's been a minute, man, since I've been on either one of y'all streams, dog. I used to do this shit on a like weekly, but I got a lot of free time now. I just been working heavy, but we about to get back to it, fellas. It's been fun. I had a blast, and thanks for having me on.
No doubt. DJ.
Yeah.
Any shout outs, brother? Before we get out of here.
No, shout out to everyone. Hopefully everyone stays well, is well. And it's a nice panel to be on when you can just express your opinion. It might not be, it's not about who's right or wrong. It's just about your own thoughts and opinions. It's good. I like it.
Civilized, no doubt. RC.
Man, first shout out to Heavy, man. Y'all tune in. Y'all hit that like button and subscribe button every time he come on, man. Check him out. Good content. Shout out to my boy Slick. He got the judges table every Friday night, and he go live for every fight. I don't know if he's going live for AB tomorrow, but if he is, mess with him.
I'm with you if you do, bro.
Yeah.
And me, I'm in Vegas. If y'all flying out next week, I'll see you at the party. Remember, I'm bringing just plates and ice, but we got to welcome home. You got to welcome home, little cuz. And oh man, another thing, shout out to everybody else on the Eastern Seaboard for July. I wish I could be there at the Wells Fargo because I know Boots gonna act a fool in front of them 20,000.
Who they gonna replace? But they gotta find a replacement.
Yeah, Cody Carly out.
What?
Yeah, his eyes.
Well, we know something he don't.
Right.
The eye excuse.
Yeah, eye exam.
Happened today?
No, that was yesterday.
Yeah.
Oh man, I've been busy, man. We've been getting ready. We've been getting everything ready over here.
I'm hearing that what's that cat over there in Britain trying to get in there? Connor Ben.
Connor Ben.
Yeah,
Connor
there's
Ben,
been a few names popping
like
up.
That might be a replacement. It's only rumor now. We'll see.
We gon' see.
Man, look.
I don't know if he can fight in Philly.
I know, huh?
Hey.
They only been letting him fight in Florida.
Yeah.
I know. Man, that's
a good conversation for the next one, man.
Yeah, we might talk about that tomorrow.
Man.
Yeah,
that was gonna be a big look. That was gonna be a big look for Boots, bro.
Hell yeah, bro.
But man, shout out to everybody. Shout out everybody. Eastern people are South. I know Philly coming to Vegas next week. I know Chicago coming. I know Baltimore coming. I know the 757. I know the Carolinas coming. I know St. Louis coming. Everybody coming out of Vegas. It's gonna be a celebration next week, y'all.
No doubt, man, for sure. Thank you again, my guys. Shout out to the chat, man. Mike Saunders, Mark Wynn, of course, man. Everybody, much love. That's all I got for y'all on this one, man. Big T.O. Heavy Bag Boxing TV. We are out of here, man. Peace.
Deuces.